This is the Portland Beer Club podcast.
Fine.
We have nothing else to talk. We have nothing else to discuss.
Yeah, no other topics.
This is it.
There was like half a topic on there.
Half a topic.
When
you got to the
on like Thursday
page?
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I really didn't load much up.
What do you mean? Oh,
yeah, episode
The list is filled out.
103 of the Portland Beer Club podcast, your online bottle share. Ah, guys, I feel like it's been longer than usual since we recorded last, even though I've seen you guys more in between shows.
I don't remember. When did we last record?
A month ago? It's always a month ago.
Oh, well.
Well, this is the shortest month, Sean.
Oh, true.
Wait, that doesn't make
But
sense.
it's still
So
been...
the opposite is true for you. Absence doesn't make your heart grow fonder. It's seeing us makes your heart grow fonder, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a
Just
fart
to see us
joke in
even
there
more.
somewhere.
Fart.
Yeah, but yes, I mean, God, we saw each other for Super Bowl. We all hung out at Beef's house for a joint birthday Super Bowl party that was a lot of fun.
Show
Thanks for
did.
hosting. That was a blast. And then we went to the beach last week, and the Beefs joined us down at the beach last weekend for we went to the day after Festival of the Dark Arts for the what would we call it, the sloppy seconds.
Yeah, sloppy seconds.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that was fun. But first, we went while Dark Arts was going on, which we obviously did not go to. We went to Public Coast, which was a nice little visit. They've always got decent beers and really good food. And before the Beefs got down there, Carrie and I went to Bill's Tavern because they're also a craft brewery, but the word craft is very loose in that terminology for that place. I don't want to crap on it too much, but it was just like, the 1998 IPA styles and just blah.
Deschutes. Excited that they got Deschutes.
Right.
That does sound good.
Yeah, where'd we go Friday night before you guys got down there? We were still all over Astoria, but we don't think we really had any breweries, but that was our anniversary day, so we went to a tiki lounge for dinner, and we went to a whiskey bar, and I kept looking over at Breakside going, oh, I'd like to be there, but never went there. We
Do you do that with a lot of places?
We did go to DeGard last Friday. That was our first stop on our beach trip. We went to
First time you've been there in a while, huh?
in a while. It's probably been at least a year since I've been there. I mean, at least maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Had some really good stuff. The Serene was really good. Have you either of you had that?
I have bottles of it, but I
haven't
can't remember
had
if I've
It's
tried
been a
it.
while.
It's
We're
a
gonna
grape
open-
one, isn't
That's
it?
gonna be a post-show beer.
Sweet.
So,
Nice.
we have a bottle downstairs. Yeah, it's basically a Syrah. It's like a carbonated Syrah. It's fantastic.
That sounds good.
Had was it the unblended? Does that sound
Yeah.
familiar? That was pretty good.
Really? You like that? Because that's
Yeah,
funky.
I didn't think that was as funky as
Oh, okay.
some of the other stuff I've had that's been funky there.
Okay. Usually it is.
Carrie-
Yeah.
Carrie-
Yeah, that's a favorite of mine.
But it's
for
like
sure.
usually a single barrel, so it could vary quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Yep, each time it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Carrie got the Creek, which I'm not a fan of, and I got a the Blackberry, which was really good.
I bet that was good.
That was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. So nice visit.
Cool.
And then we meandered up the coast up to Gearhart, but we stopped at Rockaway at the Prono Pup. Have you ever been there? The place that invented the
we
corn
have
dog.
not.
Did they really do that? Yeah, I saw you post that, and I'm
the
like, is that
rumor.
true?
That's the rumor. They invented the corn dog.
Okay.
World's best cup of coffee.
You did it.
Congratulations.
You
Well
did
done,
it.
everyone.
You did. That's funny. Oh yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was a good beach weekend. And has there been anything else on my end of things? I don't know. What about you guys? Any more beer? Jim, you did a beer run today.
Yeah, did a 5K at Steeplejack out in Hillsboro, so that was nice. It was like a 15-minute drive. That was weird.
And you had fantastic weather for it.
Oh, yeah, the weather was awesome this morning.
Hard to beat.
Oh, my legs are so sore, though. I'm so out of shape. It's so bad. It's so bad, guys. Yeah, and I had 3 Grozitskis.
Oh, is that what you were drinking?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 3.6%.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
the Grozitsky. It's a
Oh, I love that beer.
It's a
I love that
different
style.
kind of beer, for sure.
A smoked wheat beer. Yeah. And what else do we got? We got the... Is it... What's the new experimental hops, like 630B?
Don't
like
ask
that,
me.
630C.
That's a Marcus question.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't know.
No, you don't know that.
Yeah,
Well,
something
wanna
H,
bet?
something numbers. Yeah,
Yeah, numbers, letter, constellation.
right. Yeah, constellation sign. Yes.
But that one was quite tasty. But that was all that we grabbed
All right.
there. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It was a beautiful day for
Yeah, it was amazing.
For shoveling dirt.
shoveling
Well, that
dirt,
too.
running.
I'm so hopped up on Advil right now.
Advil.
They say
We're
don't
gonna
mix it
supplement
beer,
that
right?
with alcohol. Yeah.
Yes, it's always good.
In good shape.
Everything.
Speaking of
Yeah,
alcohol, what
true.
do we have open?
Yeah,
Because
here.
I need something.
I've got a. So this is a new Pilsner from Block 15, but it's a hoppy, or it's a Northwest style, so it should have like some hops in it.
All right.
And that's, I've never seen it before. It's called Flannel Fake Out.
Flannel fake out.
So here's the thing, guys. There's so many beers outside of IPA where they say they're hoppy. Hoppy Pilsners, hoppy Porters, hoppy whatever. All these different versions of hoppy beers. I really have a hard time identifying hops if it's not IPA or Pale Ale.
What do you mean by that?
I have a hard time recognizing hoppy profiles on beers that aren't IPA or Pale Ale.
You mean like a specific hop?
When they say
Or-
a beer is hoppy
Oh,
and it's not an IPA or Pale Ale,
It doesn't taste hoppy to you.
I don't
Okay,
recognize the
gotcha,
hops, and I
gotcha.
don't know why that is. It's something wrong either with my palate or my brain or both.
so like a CDA, you don't really.
It's okay. CDAs are different. That
Yeah.
because that's basically just a black IPA. But
cold.
I mean-
cold IPA. I think they probably stand out for you.
Well, that's another IPA,
I'm not a
though,
fan
right?
Well,
of cold
that's-
IPA.
A lager, though, technically, right?
Well, you really want to get into this, Jim?
You want to fight?
I don't know. Do I?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think
scared
I do.
now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's weird to me.
Well, hops are usually the other beer styles are usually like just meant for bitterness and preservation of the beer.
Right.
So
It's
a component, like you might get some bitterness here and there, like not strong bitterness. Bitterness is probably like a secondary or tertiary character, but that's probably all you're going to get out of it. You're not going to get like, oh wow, this amber is really punched up with some mosaic,
Right.
or
like when you see like hoppy pills, it's lost on me.
Did you taste this?
This is good, but
it hoppy?
I don't get the hop thing. I don't recognize it. My brain isn't telling me, oh, that's hoppy, which is probably just something I need to learn.
I think another thing is the type of hops that you're going to get in these.
So this
are going
is
to typically not have the same amount of alpha acids and be all fruity. Be a little more bitter and earthy.
This definitely, I get what they're doing. It's so the hop flavor is mild, it's subtle, but it's there and it's citrusy to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's got bitterness to it that I definitely taste on the finish, and it's pretty dry. It definitely has that Block 15 hop thing
Yeah.
tamped down a bit.
Is Block
It's pretty good though. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
like
like it.
Do are Block 15 beers? You know, like how what is it with the shoots where they use the same what is it? They use the
Same yeast.
Same yeast for everything. Is Block 15 similar in that they use the same something in all of their beers? Because their beers are so recognizable, and
Yeah.
you can always say, "Oh, that
think-
tastes like a Block 15 beer."
Like the same bittering agent or something
I
like
think
that.
they use a lot of the same types of hop products. So like they use a lot of oils, just like hops that have been reduced down to just the oil
Extracts.
or powder extracts. Yeah, like the vegetal matter doesn't make it into their beer as much.
Okay.
And that's what I think it is, but I don't know that for sure. But
Okay.
they certainly were pioneers of using a lot of that stuff, and I think they've continued using
Yeah.
a lot of it.
I mean, it's not bad.
No,
I mean,
I like
they
this.
certainly do better using whatever it is they do to make it distinct than Deschutes does.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Block 15, I had the Sticky Hands marmalade.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
It wasn't my favorite variant of Sticky Hands, but
Yeah.
but there's not a bad Sticky Hands. I mean,
Correct. Yeah. That's
there-
true.
Very
there
true,
just isn't
yeah.
a bad one.
Yeah.
But
It drank a little bit more like a double than Sticky Hands usually does to
Yeah.
me. It was just really resinous on my tongue, like it was thicker too.
Nice.
But it was good.
That's what you would expect from that variant too, from what
Yeah.
I recall. Yeah. Being all citrusy. I did not grab that one though. Didn't see it.
it's still on the shelves, Jim.
Oh,
Saw it
is
yesterday.
Oh.
John's had it. Okay, dry beer. What's a dry beer? There's a question mark after that. So
Well, before we do that, do we want to talk about the beverage we had before this one?
Yeah, we should.
the Dwayne's
Well,
World?
it's still kind of.
No, the water.
No,
Water.
the,
the hop water, because we had a Dwayne's World for Fort George as our pre-show.
So when we were at Fort George, I saw that they had their hop water there. I grabbed one, And it was honestly so good that I grabbed a 4-pack to go, even though it was $10 a 4-pack.
That
So
sucks.
that's the only thing that sucks about
That's
it.
expensive water.
Yes. But
is it more expensive than a bottle of water? If you get a 4-pack of bottled water, how much is that?
oh, you can go really cheap with that.
Still? Okay.
Yeah, like 50 cents a bottle or something.
Okay.
Is this stuff literally just carbonated water that's been soaked in hops?
It is, according to this,
Those are the only ingredients.
it has Citra hops, Cryo Citra, and Mosaic in it. And
Yes.
Astoria slow sand filtered water. What's that, Sean?
I think it's like Rogue's free range water.
Slow sand filtered. Well, you know, the fast sand filtered sucks, so I'm glad they went slow.
Yeah, it's all gritty with sand.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be a risky move.
But I think this is like the best one that I've ever had, and
It's really refreshing.
it's refreshing, still a little bitter, and I feel like the whole hop actually comes out like
It doesn't
a little almost green, but not actually. Like you can actually, to me, it like tastes like you can tell that there was real hops used in it.
It doesn't taste like a novelty beverage.
Yeah,
It
Correct.
Tastes like,
Yeah.
It
It tastes like water. It
Yeah.
tastes like carbonated water, and then the flavors come in, and they're not subtle, but they're not like slap you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm drinking IPA water.
I contemplated making this my mystery beer
That'd have been awesome.
because it's I feel like it's hoppy enough to do that with, but
We would have fought you on that.
when you saw how clear it was, you probably would have.
We would have been like, finally, someone brought in a seltzer.
Brought in a
I
seltzer.
knew
Yeah.
I knew it'd be
It's a hard
beef. I knew
7-Up.
he'd be the one to do it.
Be the one to break down and do it.
All right, so what is dry beer? Who posted this?
Dry beer.
Was this me? Did I post
Wasn't
this?
me.
Oh, maybe
Wasn't
I-
me.
Maybe I posted. Well, I can't pull it up on this thing. I just ruined my whole...
It refers to a style, or more aptly, a trait of beer. Whether or not you're aware, dry beer has probably come across your radar. I've never heard this. I mean, I've heard, a dry, like a beer finishes dry.
Yeah, no,
So, like,
that's
wine
exactly
and-
what it is. Yeah.
I should have read my own article before I...
The defining characteristic is that it is classified as dry because it lacks residual sugar.
Yep. So that's exactly what it is.
Like
So-
a dry wine or dry.
Okay, so
that
when
kind
we were
of stuff.
downstairs drinking that Dwayne's World from
Yeah,
Fort
that
Worth,
was dry as
you
fuck.
complained that you didn't like it because you said it was dry.
Well, but it accentuated flavors in it that I didn't like.
The dryness or just the beer itself?
I think the beer itself, but the dryness certainly didn't help.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it was malty, but the malts are different than what I typically associate with a
Yeah,
IPA malt.
I don't know if that...
There's something about it that I wasn't a fan of.
There's some IPAs to me that, just like there's some stouts, that change more rapid than other beers. That beer last week was fantastic.
Okay.
Mm.
I had it the first night I opened
Interesting.
one, and I loved it. Then I had one about 2 nights later, and it wasn't as good. So,
What's the date? Oh, my date's smudged. Oh, no, there it is, 2/12. So it's like 10,
Wow.
11 days
Yeah.
old, something like
Yeah.
that.
Did not taste
they had
10
them out.
days old.
They had stacks of them at Bridge and Tunnel the night before Dark Arts.
Yeah.
B&T.
This is a collab with Bridge and Tunnel.
Mm-hmm. That's Dwayne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Is that what the street is named after him?
I think they might spell it different. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
no, it's
Dwayne's World.
Yeah, there's something about it where, I mean, it pours like really nice, pin bright. It doesn't look malty, but it tasted off
Yeah.
to me.
Okay.
It wasn't
Alright.
bad, but I wasn't
Yeah,
like,
I didn't-
I'm so glad I bought some too.
yeah. I didn't finish my 4 ounces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just
You didn't do it?
no. It was just like dry and astringent.
Something getting you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
Sharp.
mine's gone. Marcus will probably throw his out. Oh.
Well, do you guys like what? Okay, better question is,
Yeah.
what do you like dryness in? What kind of beers do you like to be dry?
I don't know.
Non-hazy IPAs and lagers,
Yeah, a Pilsner.
Irish stouts,
Irish stouts.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
like Guinness.
Yeah.
That's dry as shit.
It even says it on the can, I believe.
It says dry as shit.
Dry as shit. Dry as shit, don't you know?
Wow. That's aggressive.
Oh my god. Oh, we're so dumb.
You were drinking a beer that's dry as shit. Enjoy.
You know that's dry as shit when you drink it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. I got a little leprechaun in me.
Yeah, I agree.
Tried to get him out, but he wouldn't leave.
Anything that you want, I think any beer that you want to drink a lot of should be dry, needs to be dry,
Yeah.
or should be dry. And any beer you want to like accentuate bitterness, like like you said, a non-hazy IPA, the drier it is, not like insanely dry, but dryness is something you want.
Mm-hmm.
So what beer would
Or
be
like crispy is another word that we use for it.
Crispy.
There you go.
Yeah.
What beer would be the opposite of that? Like a wet beer?
Wet beer. Pastry stout.
Huh?
Pastry sour.
That would definitely be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imperial, like super big Imperial Stout, Dark Lord, right? It finishes with as much sugar at the end of fermentation. So when you drink it, there's so much sugar left in it, you could make a double IPA out of it.
Yeah.
That would be like the starting point for a normal double IPA.
Wow. Okay.
So it's just insanely sugary.
All right.
And pastry stouts are the same way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so, maybe. So yeah,
I'm trying to think what else, but
what
yeah, that's
styles
about
do you
it.
think don't work well being dry then? Pastry stout.
Don't work being dry.
Imperial stout. I don't like Russian Imperial stout. Sometimes can be dry, and then it gets like really like bitter.
Rasputin.
And, yeah.
Old Rasputin. It was
Yeah.
quite dry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd probably say ambers, but really any amber's
Any
bad.
amber's
It doesn't
bad.
matter if it's dry or not.
Yeah.
It's an amber.
There's no good amber. Wet or
It was
dry.
born bad.
It could be dry as shit and say it on the can. I still wouldn't drink it.
They say this is the best beer you've ever had. I'm not drinking it. All right. Well, speaking of which, we have double IPAs and then we have imperial stouts, but do we have triple stouts? Just like we have a triple IPA. What would qualify a stout to be categorized as a triple stout?
Probably 10% and above, right?
Well, what's an
A
imperial
triple stout?
12%? 10%?
What's
11?
an imperial stout?
Like 8,
8. Okay.
right?
I was thinking like 14. Is that too
Yeah.
high, you think?
That feels high, but
So, I mean, then there has to be
I
a
don't know.
quad, right? Isn't there quad IPA now? Hasn't someone come out with that term?
yeah.
So why don't we
Sean
call it?
got one, I remember.
Why don't we call them triple
Yeah.
stouts like we call them triple IPAs?
Everyone-
if they're that big.
You should start it.
Let's start a trend.
Yeah,
You know what? That's actually kind of
Imperial's
like...
pretty vague.
it's true though.
Because that's like 8 to 20. I mean,
But there's like I think IPA is the only one that does that because like there's Imperial Reds, and then when you go even higher than that, then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, this is a like a wee heavy or a you don't go triple red. Has anyone made a triple red?
God, I hope not.
that'd just be like the barley wine.
Yeah, it's barley wine
Yeah.
or wee heavy or whatever. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Belgians have the
Strong ale. That's a better one.
Yeah.
yeah, good point. But like Belgians have single, double, triple, quad,
That's true.
and
Yeah,
they're
you're right.
and they're roughly the same in like alcohol jump, but like a single is nice and light, and a triple is light in color, but a double and a quad are brown
So
or dark.
you're thinking that a stout should follow the same kind of alcohol as an IPA.
That's just right where my mind went. I don't know
Yeah.
if it necessarily
That's
should,
reasonable.
but
I think there should be
So like
some
8
kind
to
of-
10
why
would
not?
be a double.
I mean, you're drinking it. It's going to affect you the same. So why not
A
have it
triple
tiered the
IPA
same?
is an imperial IPA, but it's a triple. It's not a double.
Yeah.
So there should be, I don't know, there should be a category. If something's past
Well-
12, then just call it a triple.
Especially because
stout.
like
I mean,
big ABV beers are way more common than they used to be now. Like pastry stouts are all in that
Yeah.
like
well, 'cause
11,
so much
12,
sugar.
14, 16. Like they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there didn't used to be a lot of beers up in that range.
I'm going to kick off show beer, by the way, or mystery beer.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
I really wish you wouldn't. Is it a triple stout?
It's a triple stout. That's why I brought up that category.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, but with so many stouts now being that high, like 12+%,
You should
a
probably
triple would be like a low ABV stout, wouldn't it? Like a quad would be. You start stepping into like quad territory, or
Yeah, probably.
yeah, I don't know.
But like you'd think that the culture drinker like we are would want to be able to
Yes.
To be fair,
to be able
To be fair.
to make those
To be fair.
differences and know the difference, and I don't know.
Wait,
I guess-
do you watch Letterkenny?
I have.
Okay, so you get the joke.
That's why I sang that. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Is this Dwayne's street? Is this the same thing?
Might want to actually rinse your mouth out between. Well,
It's a
it's
it's a triple Dwayne.
Triple Dwayne.
It's the triple D.
Because I drank this beer earlier after drinking a triple, and the first few sips were like, ugh. But then as I drank it more, I was like, okay, I get this. This is good.
Okay. Smells good.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Real
an
good chance that
definitely an IPA.
you'll pick the brewery.
Have we had it?
No, I don't think you've had
Okay.
it. You may have had other versions of this.
Oh,
It's a rotating.
it's a rotator.
Yeah.
Not a
Oh, that's
revolver.
good.
It
You like
rotates.
it?
I like that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's
First
not-
sip, I
it
like
is-
it.
It is not hitting me right. I don't know.
You don't like it? Really? What are you not? What are you
Hit
not
me
liking?
with your worst shot.
Like on the very back end, there's like a
There's a grapefruit rind thing.
yes,
On
yeah,
the finish.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what I'm not liking.
Okay.
Yeah,
But all the flavors in front of it are like lots of like mango,
Did a mango eat your
melony
baby?
type flavors. I'm getting. It's still there in the finish too. Maybe even watermelon.
really. I'm just
Yeah.
getting like
That's
just
all you're.
just that
You-
bitterness just overcomes everything for me.
You had one too many Grodziskis today, I think.
I think so.
The smoke stuck in your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like this beer?
I want to try this beer where it's the first beer I drink.
You don't like it right now.
I do. I think it's better than.
I'm not saying it's
than my
amazing, but I
palate
like
is
it.
telling me right now because of other beers on my palate.
Okay.
I was really excited to get this beer when I heard about it. I was like, I got to get that. And I would look, and then it just came out like yesterday. In
Huh.
cans, anyways. I think it came out on tap this week at some of the tap houses.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you recognize the brewery? I don't. I mean,
maybe Block
Maybe?
15. Like that's the
it could be, but I don't think Sean would be excited about getting a Block 15.
I love Block 15, but this is not a Block 15 beer.
Yeah.
yeah, but you don't go ape shit for him.
Some I do. Some Block 15 beers I do.
True. There are a handful of.
Yeah.
I am not sure. Maybe
I'm
it's
this is a trick question because it is a collaboration.
Oh, so is it the Oregon brewery you're excited about, or the other, or is it a collab between two Oregon breweries? You don't have to say.
4 Oregon breweries,
Good Lord.
which I probably just gave it away to Jim.
Oh.
No, I don't know. Oh,
4 Oregon breweries collaborated on this beer.
Block 15, Breakside, Barley Browns, and Boneyard.
You're
Oh.
2 for 4.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
what?
There's got to be other IPA breweries, right?
Freem.
Nope.
Did you say Fort George?
I did say Fort George.
But it's not Fort George.
Oh, that's not one of them.
No.
Oh, okay. So Block 15 is one of them.
No.
Oh, Boneyard and
No.
Barley Browns.
Breakside.
Yes.
Breakside. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I didn't say Fort George. You're right.
Yeah. You went very,
Yeah, you're
you
right.
went
Now,
very, very.
I don't remember what
B-heavy.
I. Listen, I can't be held
Yeah,
accountable.
you were just
for
like
what I
rattling
say.
off brewery. That
All
just
right.
broke my mind
I
there
would
for a
say
second.
that
It's good. I like this.
all the
I have no idea what
breweries-
it is.
All
if
the
it's a,
breweries pretty much make good beer.
if it's a collab that we've had versions of before, who's releasing
there's-
IPAs right now that are collabs?
The primary brewery on this collabs with this release. It's kind of like 3-way,
Yeah.
but usually it's just with one other brewery. This one they did a 4-way.
Okay.
We're gonna go. What
Great
says it?
Notion,
Nope. So right now you've got Breakside, right?
Yeah, we got
It's called
Breakside.
Breakside.
and we got Barley Browns. No,
Barley Browns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the two.
Those are 2 of them. There's 2 more.
I'm guessing Breakside made this, like packaged it.
Nope.
They didn't.
No.
Von Ebert.
Yes,
wow.
they're one, but they didn't package it. So you
Oh, okay, dang it.
You guys are missing the brewery that packaged this.
Oh,
And
well.
they are not Oregon.
Boss Rambler. Oh,
No.
not Oregon. Not Oregon.
They are not Oregon. The packaging brewery.
Is a can. Fremont?
Nope.
Trapdoor.
Grains.
Nope.
I would have bought that. That's a Grains IPA. That's what I was
would've
guessing.
Bought that. Yeah.
And that's what I was when he said that we've had it, but maybe not this version. I
Yep.
thought maybe it was a Grains.
Yep.
'Cause it kind of reminds me of their
Yep.
IPAs. Okay, go ahead. Review.
We're drinking Friends from Balebreaker.
Oh, Balebreaker. They're
Their
great.
latest release.
Yeah, they're really good.
Friends.
They're out of Washington, Yakima, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yakima.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was a 4-way.
This is your first time trying it?
No, I had one before you guys got here.
And what did you think of it then? Because I
liked it, but I had it right after I drank a triple from Block 15.
Oh, God, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Triple from Block? What was that?
What's it called?
What percent alcohol was that triple, Sean?
I can't remember.
Are you sure it wasn't a quad?
Yeah.
Sorry. I stole your joke. No, I'm so sorry.
No, dude, I love that. I love that we double teamed it. I love double teaming Sean with you.
Oh, we'll double team him again. Don't you worry.
I'm disappointed in my
The
taste
Incredible from Block 15 was the triple.
Incredible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't.
Did you like it?
Much. No, I didn't like it that much.
And this is a single IPA?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, 6.3.
6.3. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, maybe I'm the weird one out because you guys both don't really like it.
No, I do. It
smells really good. Do you like the smell? Because I really like the smell.
I think I'm smelling my glass.
That's a clean glass.
Your
sir.
what?
Like ass.
Oh, okay.
I cleaned that glass just for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You cleaned that what?
This joke will never get old.
I could see, Jim, where you might not like this because to me this is similar to Dwayne's World.
Yeah, it's
a little similar. Not.
Oh
exact.
Man, you want to side by side it because I don't think it is.
Not really.
Okay.
Considering how much I liked both those beers.
I think this beer would be way better if it's the first beer you drank.
I've had 4 ounces of IPA before this, and so this is tasting pretty good to me.
No,
I think it's far superior to Dwayne's. For me,
no.
At any rate,
I do agree with that.
I do.
And yeah, Balebreaker makes great IPA usually. So, I mean, all 4 of these breweries.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, no, that's
why I'm disappointed.
That's a great lineup.
In myself.
I thought it could be better.
I thought the can art could be better. This is
how many characters did you? Do you get 4? Do you get 4 times the characters in their app?
Sid and Marty Krofft cartoon morning can.
It's something like that, yeah.
Puff. All right. Oh, Beef's already pulling his out. Look at that. No, you can pull yours out.
Are we going?
Pull it out.
Are we going imperial, double, triple? What are we doing here?
You know what? I don't know the exact percent, but it's at least imperial.
Okay, I have a D, a double.
Double D.
Mine is relevant to the style of the month.
Okay. I brought one of those as well. So let's
you guys.
we can do that and then go. Mine is not. My mystery is not. So we can go to yours and then go back.
Okay.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you need a thing with some stuff.
Some stuff and things.
Need a thing to take off the tip.
Should we talk about this
Just
next,
the tip?
this next little article here? OLCC tax revenue down.
No, that was mine.
Oh.
But just like compounding on what we've been saying, how sales are down in general, like it's just showing that.
Oh yeah, it shows that the revenue is down.
Right, yeah, and they were gonna build a new headquarters somewhere, and they had to nix that idea.
The OLCC.
Yeah.
Because they weren't making enough money up here.
Yeah. Or
that's just one
in
of the
general.
5 new buildings they were going to make this year. They're going to build this year.
Well, yeah, and also off all those Pappy sales too. That
that
went down the drain.
Yeah. Fuck the OLCC.
Just another
132 million in revenue from the OLCC. That's a lot.
A drop in that much. That's how much it dropped.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a fuck ton. of money.
I would assume it's a lot.
That's a good point.
There's another article that's on this. It actually doesn't tell you the exact number that they're getting in revenue, but I think that's still quite a big drop.
Okay.
You're welcome, listener.
Oh, here you go. It dropped from 705 million to 573 million.
That's significant.
Oh yeah, that's 20%. Yeah, that's big.
Jesus.
In 1 year.
Do you think there's going to be any layoffs? No.
Are you buying 20% less? Are we all buying 20% less beer this year than last year?
My wife wishes.
Probably. Maybe not. Or well, this would be what, 22 to 23, not 23 to 24.
Yeah, I mean like 2 years ago and then last year, right?
I don't know, but I feel like in the last 5 years my usage has decreased. But like, what with a 20% decrease in alcohol sales, what are the marijuana sales doing? But again, that's not going to the same place because that's going to addiction services and youth services, or at least it's supposed to be.
They
Yeah.
say
Or
that
is it?
As somebody who works in that
Right.
field, I've seen no added resources to anything.
It's not. There's more on this later.
In the after show.
No, in this show,
Oh, in
I
the
have
show.
an
Another
article
article?
kind of
Oh,
on
boy.
this that touches on this a bit.
Yeah, no, there's been no services added for you. At least in Washington County, there's been no added services for anything.
It's statewide.
It sucks.
Oof.
I have kids on waiting lists 2 months out, and one of those kids
Not
OD'd
good.
while he was on the waiting list to get services.
Fuck.
Yeah, so yep, it's bullshit.
That sucks.
I'm getting heavy caramel off of Jim's mystery beer.
Caramel.
Caramel.
That's a good stripper name.
Caramel?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, caramel, not caramel.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
2 syllables, not 3.
Caramel floozy
Caramel floozy.
on the south
Yeah.
stage.
Oh, yeah, on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So this is in line with what we're going to discuss at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good.
Woody beer.
Woody beer.
Woody.
Woody or woody not?
I'm having a hard time with what this is.
Super caramel, yeah.
This tastes like one of those European beers, like a quad with a Schloopy Doo Winter Noel Fest beer thing.
You said that with the proper accent.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I pick my accents wisely.
Where are you from? I'm from Norway.
I'm from Belgium.
People call me Norwegian all the
I
time.
thought you were going to say New Orleans. I'm like, no, that's not. That fits.
My name's Billy Ray Heffiard.
For heritage.
I like to smoke me some Ludafisk.
On an open fire by my campsite and
Yeah.
by the fjords.
Lots of caramel and raisin is what I'm getting
Raisin.
to. And it's delicious. This is really good. I'm trying to discern. So you said it's actually wood aged.
Hair of the dog.
It is wood aged.
And too much carbonation.
Really?
Way too much carbonation. I mean,
Yeah, maybe.
look at that.
Yeah.
That's a solid.
There's some
That's a
bubbles
solid.
there.
That's a solid millimeter of head.
That can't be hair of the dog.
That
I
can't
see
be
a
hair of the
bubble.
dog. That's insane.
But the flavors are very hair of the dog to me.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, some hair of the dog beers did have carbonation. Did that Matt you guys had?
that was good.
Did it have carbonation? I don't remember
Yes.
it have. Did it?
I think so. Yeah. It at least wasn't 0. But I don't think it definitely didn't give you a head like this.
Not many things do give me a head like this.
You're welcome.
This is good. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be a number of things. Like Sean said, it's possible. I don't think it's edging into Belgian territory. I think it's pretty clean yeast, I think. It could be a barley wine, barrel-aged barley wine easily.
You think so?
Yeah. Certainly could be. You don't?
I don't know. It's not a stout.
Well, that's why I said barley wine.
Yeah. You're right, probably
Yeah, if it's
right.
not that, then what do you think it is, Sean?
Strong ale. I mean-
Wee
It
heavy.
could be a strong ale. Well, that's what I was going to say.
What's the difference between a wee heavy, a strong ale, and a barley wine? What's the difference?
There's a lot of names that are different. There's so an American strong ale is basically just defined as like a malt forward American ale that is just
8%
high
and
ABV.
above, yeah,
Yeah,
or
high
whatever.
ABV.
Imperial.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's more like as if you ramped up an amber or something like that.
And I also feel like it's kind of like squares and rectangles here, where the strong ale kind of encompasses everything. Like
It's a
also
catch-all.
encompasses- Yeah.
Yeah, outside of barley wine, usually is like it's. I mean, this fits inside of barley wine for sure, especially the raisin notes and like all the malt forward flavors. I feel like that American strong ale typically is maybe a little bit more drier, and that this has and that a
Drier
barley
and
wine is a
bitter.
little more sweet.
Yeah.
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 Although an American style barley wine is very hoppy, right? That's
Could
not
this
what
be
this
a
is.
cream?
A wee heavy is usually darker, like super dark malts, and could have some.
Yeah, and there's
That
a
frame.
process with that where it's Well, I guess it's just kind of like with the barley, with like a barley wine process. But I think it has to. It's like the old school way to do it with the wee heavy is like over an open flame, or something like that, or over a fire, and you're supposed to get like a lot of evaporation to happen as you're like you're supposed to kind of caramelize the wort. I think is the idea there, and that helps to add
Long
more
boil.
color. Right? Yeah, very long hard boil.
Yeah, and I don't know if a wee heavy is typically open fermented or not.
Yeah,
I don't know if that.
either.
I don't make wee heavies, so I've never made one. I don't
very
really
niche
know
style.
I don't know the actual regulations on what makes it a wee heavy, but
This here's a Scaldus New Ale.
I don't think so. They're not barrel aged. Oh, well, they might make a barrel aged version.
Could it be one of those Freem barrel aged beers they're making?
Could be.
Parfumers.
It could be a Pafremer.
Freem? I don't know.
What? Okay, so what barrel do you think it is?
That's the thing
It's not super heavy on the,
no.
or at least not distinct. It's like there's like a woodiness to it, but not like a spiritness to it,
Correct.
which is a little disappointing.
I'm getting the ever bit so slightest amount of like a little bit of spice to it. So I would guess I would say
See
like
that?
maybe rum. I don't, but beyond that I'm not really sure. It's a very mild like way in the back thing. And if you told me this wasn't spirit barrel aged, I'd maybe believe you.
What else would it? Wouldn't be like? You mean just like straight up oak with nothing in it?
Yeah, or just not
Yeah.
aged in oak at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could just be an older like vintage, like you said, a Scaldus or something. I mean, we know it's
Scaldus?
not
Scaldus Noel?
Scaldus Noel. I'll bring you one next time. I have like 4 of them.
Well, apparently it's not that by that reaction.
You were wrong, Sean.
Should I do?
Yeah,
the,
just reveal, 'cause
make the reveal.
Unless Marcus has another guess.
I mean, I would say just off the top of my head, it's a B-Wiz, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
It is
Gigantic.
a B-Wiz.
Gigantic.
Oh, it's gigantic.
It's another gigantic.
Oh, I got it. Just right at the last second.
At the last
Which
second.
one is this?
This is Scotch barrel aged.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, right.
Not
Is
not
this the new
but-
year or last year?
No,
what-
this is
what
21.
Scotch does it say? Because not
2019. 19.
19. Okay.
what Scotch does it say? Because it's not all Scotch is peated, right? In
Good
fact,
point.
a lot of it isn't.
I'm not getting smoky on this.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Scotches that don't have any smoke.
Yeah, I guess.
It
No,
does
there is.
not.
No, I believe you. I just don't.
It
I've
does
never
not
had
say.
one.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a leatheriness too in this that I'm liking.
Yeah.
You like a
And-
little leather, do you, Jim?
I do. And if we wanted, I brought the port barrel age too.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I want to get the whiskey or the Irish whiskey barrel one that they put out this year.
Do you like Irish whiskey?
No, but I want to try it.
Why then? Yeah, I like to try things I think I'll hate.
I can't say no. All I've ever had is Jameson, which I just had recently. It really did nothing for me.
I
Yeah,
should bring you
it does not.
next time we get together. I'll bring an Irish whiskey that I think you'll like.
Okay, yeah. Seeing as how we're going to Ireland in September and all.
All right. Yeah.
Again with that perfect accent.
Yeah.
That's my Irish accent.
Shit's in Ireland.
Oh, did you see the leprechaun down there by the creek?
Y'all ain't had corn dogs unless you had one in Ireland.
They got 4 clovers raining over there. Yippee-doo.
So,
Off the
so
rails.
it's actually kind of a bummer then that the speaking to our topic later, it doesn't like barrel character. Do you get anything out of it? Like, what do you think the barrel's adding in this? I guess.
I feel like I don't know exactly, but I feel like it's definitely bringing like some
I think it's
some like depth or like some
balance or maybe like melding flavors together. Or,
yeah. It's hard to
yeah.
point my finger on it exactly what it tastes like, but it's like woody though. It's
Well,
not.
put your dick on it.
Well,
Or do I pour
Well,
it?
that got
Pour
awkward.
it over.
that's about as
Yeah.
Irish as I've ever
That's-
seen.
that's-
Yeah. Well, let's just move right into that then. Our series, what makes
Into-
beer so good?
oh,
Barrel-aged beer.
that.
Let's just clean,
not my dick.
not
clean,
my
not sour. Let's just go ahead and move right into that because we're touching on it many
Sure.
times here
So yeah,
without our
so
dicks.
for our highly popular series, what makes beer so good?
This is where the show really we see an uptick in
Yeah, this is where all the
Viewership?
Yeah.
viewership. Yes.
They're watching
Yeah.
the video of us not being on video.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So the category specifically is specialty wood aged beer,
Yeah.
but basically we're talking about clean beer that's barrel aged, you know, like non-sour.
Mm-hmm.
And so the I guess just the overall is that, you know, it's like what makes a beer a specialty wood aged beer. It can be anything, right? You can take any beer and throw it in a barrel and, you know, have it be a wood aged beer.
Sure.
So typically they're stouts, barley wines, wee heavies.
Oh, damn it! I know what I should have brought.
Porters
I should have brought
sometimes.
Porters, yeah.
a cathedral tree.
Oh, also barrel aged
Yeah.
and very different, right? That's a lager.
Yeah.
That's a barrel aged beer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
It's.
that.
I think it's fermented in.
I think it's
in
food or fermented or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't. I guess it would fit into this category, although probably wouldn't do great. But
No, it would not.
typically it's higher ABV beers, so not like Cathedral Tree. That they're typically 10% plus beers. Not always, but typically. And then usually it's a spirit barrel. Most of these clean beers are not put into a neutral barrel that's just an oak barrel. The wood character is not something actually people want too much. I feel I don't want it.
People don't want wood.
Do you want wood?
Much as I can get.
I got something for you later if you do.
Real nice down by the Killarney milestone there. We're gonna kiss it.
I heard in Ireland they got all kinds of wood.
Clarny Stone. Yep, nailed it.
Here's some of this. Whoever wants it. It's a little Block 15 action for you there.
Is that the triple?
No.
Oh.
Demo tape, side A.
Yep. They had a side A and a side B was the hazy. This is the West Coast.
So I guess the main question is, what makes beer so good? So Sean, when you get a barrel aged beer, what do you want from the barrel? What do you want? What are you expecting? What do you like?
My favorites are bourbon barrel.
Bourbon,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's the gin, there's the tequila, there's all the different kind of wine. I'm pretty much a bourbon barrel guy.
Okay.
I don't want straight wood with no spirits in there prior. The gin stuff.
Oh, I got a lot of spirit in my wood.
The gin stuff can be good, but I generally don't like too many gin barrel aged. I generally don't like too many tequila barrel aged beers.
Especially
I think those work better with sour beers.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, especially not with
same
clean
with
beer.
wine.
I did it too.
Wine works better with sour beers too.
I'm used to it.
But first, it's generally bourbon barrel aged stout that I prefer. But there's obviously some great barley wines out there. There's some great porters. I mean, the Deschutes.
A couple of wee heavies are good when they're in the barrel.
Sure, sure. But yeah, and I don't want it overly bourbon. I don't want it. But I also want it to be enough bourbon. Like sometimes you see bourbon barrel aged and it's too thin.
Yeah.
It wasn't in there long enough, or it wasn't a good barrel,
or too long.
or it wasn't. Yeah, whatever it is, like it's just too much or it's not enough. I like that perfect balance where you get the roast of the stout, but you're also getting that bourbon, and it's just like a perfect example. I mean, Fremont for me makes probably the best bourbon barrel aged beers that I have.
Yeah, they're up there for sure.
Look what he just pulled up, a Fremont.
So for us to drink along while we're talking about this, after we kill the Block 15, I brought a Fremont barrel aged Dark Star from this year.
Nice.
To try. And it's an oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels. So it should be pretty much straightforward, give you the characteristics of bourbon.
Yep. And see, with this particular beer, because they do like the spice war, they do they have
a
all
lot
the
of adjuncts.
Cinnamon.
This is just straight barrel.
I like it this.
You like this best?
I like it straight, yeah.
I like this one or with coffee.
Coffee's good too. I don't dislike any of the variants, but that's my favorite is the straight one.
Gotcha.
Nothing else.
And I have not had this year's Dark Star. Have you guys?
No, it's
this year, like 24 or 23.
23.
Okay.
It came out.
I don't know if I have.
23 or
December.
something.
Yeah, early December.
Yeah, I think Fremont right now is probably doing the best job with barrel aging stouts. They're
Better than Bottle Logic?
Bottle.
Let's talk. We'll talk about that because we've now.
I can tell the boomers coming out. I can see it.
No, I like it.
We have had what now, half dozen bottle logics in the last few months.
Yeah,
sure. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of them. Yeah,
but I can only drink 3 to 4 ounces of that without being like I'm done. Like Super Bowl, we opened up 3 bottle logics on Super Bowl, right?
Sure did. Thank you, Jim. By the way,
right?
Yeah, well, thank you guys.
They were all gifts for Jim, and he just opened them right up.
And they were. I told him he had to open mine that I gave.
There was
him.
a lot of pressure.
I felt pressured.
I literally handed mine to him and go, "Happy birthday! You're opening this for all of us."
Happy birthday!
Mine was already open when I gave it to him.
Opened it in the car on the way over.
Oh shit!
That stuff is delicious, but it's so rich that this old man can only take so much.
I can agree with you there, but I can remember Fremont being like that, being like I only want like 6 ounces of this. It's like motor oil.
I can drink more of this than I can Bottle Logic. Not a lot more.
So you think it's because of the adjuncts you think that Bottle Logic adds? Because every beer we've had from them has had a bunch of adjuncts in it.
Not true.
Which one did we not have?
Dark Star November. Just that was a rye stout.
That's the one that I got you. Yeah, that's true. That's right.
But just in general,
that was my favorite.
They're real heavy.
Yes.
Okay, real heavy, rich beers, and this stuff is not near. This to me is like This is a perfect example of a bourbon barrel aged beer. This Dark Star stuff, it's.
So, Sean, what flavors from a bourbon barrel do you get that you like?
I like bourbon.
The bourbon flavors.
The
bourbon flavors from.
It's I don't.
From Norway.
I don't know if I'm smart enough to talk about it. But
you can't talk about flavor?
Well, no, but
I feel like you're smart enough to talk about flavor.
Purple. Damn it! Damn it!
Rigid.
There's a light wood that I like, but I don't like the heavy wood. Mm-hmm. There's just enough bourbon, but not too much bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the roastiness of the stout that I like. Mm-hmm. If you can capture all of that, in one pour, that's fantastic.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just smelling this is exactly what I like.
The smell I get off this is like fudge soaked in bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and there's vanilla too, and
I like it when you have leathery notes. I like it when you can get like a datey, some kind of prune date.
You like it in stouts, or you mean like more like barley wines?
No, in stouts.
Okay.
Because the shoots back in the day, you're always like reading the descriptions of what's coming out. Like, oh, that sounds really good. But usually I like leather, prunes, or dates or whatever. And what's the other thing we always eat? Chocolate, coffee, all that stuff. I love that.
That all comes out of bourbon barrel aging. Yeah.
All those really dark notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like winter. I can't drink this in the middle of summer. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
You just shut off drinking.
My brain turns it off,
stouts.
and it's light beers, not light beers, but IPAs and pilsners.
The last year and a half, I'm that way.
Yeah.
I'm a very seasonal drinker now.
Yeah, but and this stuff is just like too heavy for me in the summertime. But boy, you hit fall. You hit January, I'm all over this stuff.
I'm bringing a Bottle Logic in July for us to drink.
You're going to be
it's
all
90
alone.
degrees in here and we're sweating.
Just for the two of you.
You're going to be all alone.
It's going to be all my extra beers will be stouts.
So this is more
that's
like
something that's just happened to me in the last 5 years. I mean, I used to drink this shit all the time.
Yeah,
it's new for me too.
Very seasonal drinker now. Yeah.
I'll drink it in the summertime, but I mean, it's the same as I do now. I want to share it. I don't want to drink a 22 of
agreed
Dark Star, in July. Yeah. I don't want to do that in December either.
Yeah. I wonder if Fremont's ever going to move to the 12-ounce bottle for their barrel aging stuff, because they're kind of the last.
It's interesting. Their stuff sits more now than it used to.
You see it all the time now. Whereas before, this stuff was off the shelf within a
immediately.
week.
Oh, like the day of.
Yeah,
sometimes.
It was gone.
Yeah. Driving around, picking it up as they set it down on the counter.
I don't think it's gotten any less. Like, it's as good as ever, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only brewery that is still vanishing the day it comes out is Bourbon County.
No.
Really?
That sits.
I don't see it anymore.
Variants.
The variants are gone.
Yeah.
No, but the regular Bourbon County.
You might find a regular one within like a week or two, but the variants are just, they're gone, whereas you can find the variants from Fremont sitting all year round.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to
variants is
ABV
so
right
around.
now, and it's
There's a bunch
they
of
have-
variants there.
Yeah,
You go
they
to
might have two
John's
or
Market,
three,
and they
yeah.
have a beer that came
Bottle
out.
Logics are doing the same though.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, think about but I think price is part
But
of that.
I was just gonna say that was probably $30 bottle, 25,
That was 23.
23. $10 less, and 6 more ounces.
Yeah, than a Bottle Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And arguably better? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'd rather drink
talk
this
about
than a Bottle Logic.
Would you?
For everyday kind of stuff, yeah. Bottle Logic for me is Bottle Logic.
Your everyday barrel-aged
No, but
stout.
like Bottle Logic is like, hey, happy
like that.
birthday, let's open one of these guys. At your house, Jim, 3 bottles of that.
That was a lot.
Wiped me
Yeah.
out. And I don't mean
Yeah,
like
you
I
were
was,
done.
I don't mean like I was drunk. I just
No,
mean
you
like
were just
I
done.
I'm
Your
I am
palate was
done
toasted.
Drinking beer now.
Yeah.
I can't drink anymore. I sat and watched the fourth quarter without. I think like I drank maybe.
You know,
4
you
ounces.
were
just a
done.
couple
I
sips.
could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just done.
Yeah.
Like, I had too
I think
much.
I coaxed you into opening because you were already there after 2, I think. And I think Jim and I were like, oh, we could probably do another one.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's
So we
do
did
a
it.
third.
And then Sean just didn't
I knew.
didn't drink it.
Nope.
I don't know. You know, I think both have their place. They're both fun. I think this has way more barrel character to me than the Bottle
Yeah,
Logics. 'Cause
agreed.
The Bottle Logics are more about the adjuncts and what
And-
they're putting
and
into it.
sweet.
Except for that rye, they're definitely more
They're
sweet.
much sweeter.
Yeah, but Fremont can also.
But this
kill
is not
It.
unsweet.
No, this is
not dry.
Fremont can kill it with the adjuncts.
See
too.
earlier
Like,
in the show for a definition of
the
that.
cinnamon bee bomb from Fremont is magic. I mean, that stuff's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But again, I could
Just-
drink that less than I can drink just this without.
This isn't cloying my tongue
Correct.
like the Bottle Logic stuff.
Yes, I agree with you, Sean. By the way, drinking Bottle Logic it's tough. Like it, after you drink enough of it, it's not that you're drunk. It's just on the palate.
it's
Your
like a-
palate's like I've had enough
It's a
of
thick,
this.
like
sugary
a-
dessert. It's
Yeah.
like having a dessert.
It's like when you're gonna make pancakes for breakfast. I'm not gonna douse my pancakes with the whole bottle of syrup because that's gonna make me sick. If I drink too much Bottle Logic, it's gonna make me sick, even though it's really good. I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those where you want to drink a little bit of
Yeah.
it and enjoy it for what it is.
Hand me a side plate of metformin because my
This is
blood
plenty
sugars
sweet.
are
I don't know what the
going,
finishing gravity is on this, but it's definitely sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that step up from like Deschutes, like Abyss, what Abyss was for barrel aging. Then this came out, and this was like
Yeah.
obviously it was the hot thing.
Yeah.
And now it's considered old school,
Mm-hmm.
and the new school
Yeah.
stuff is like like Bottle Logic, Great Notion,
Brewhouse.
Brewhouse, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Brewhouse stuff is delicious. And
Yeah.
Great Notion, but Great Notion is just way too expensive.
I think this though to me is like the quintessential
This is a good
barrel
balance.
aged beer
This is a good balance.
because
Yeah, I
this
agree.
really showcases the barrel.
and their price point compared to like Great Notion and
it's still
Yeah.
better than that, yeah. But it's $23 bucks.
It's not cheap, but
yeah.
No.
But what's a
Yeah.
Great Notion? Like $35, $40 or
Yeah,
something.
probably 40.
I think most of theirs are like 35,
what's
yeah.
Brewhouse?
And it's a 500, not
Yeah.
a
Right, and what's
22.
Bottle Logic? 35.
Yeah,
And
for
so,
a-
I mean,
for a
yeah,
16.
Bottle Logics were 30 to 33 or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
so I'll take a Fremont any day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Jim?
It
See,
just-
you can talk.
I can talk in sentences. I put letters into words and words into sentences and make paragraphs
And
out
then
of
I
it.
traveled to the Netherlands.
I'll get myself a
Home.
beaver in Kentucky.
Trevor from the Netherlands. Trevor.
The Neverlands.
Neverlands.
Where's Peter Pan?
The never.
The Neverlands. Where did that come from? Yes. I stained my brand new, very expensive shorts.
Yeah.
I'll get you some stain stick. It works real good.
Ugh. So what do I like about barrel aged beer? I feel like it needs to complement the beer style.
Oh, for sure.
So like, cause like I feel like
it's an ingredient like anything else, right?
yeah, and some of the Matryoshkas this year they put figs in, and I don't like fig as a flavor when it comes out, but like when it was in there, I don't know, it just works so well with the barrel and help pull things together. So like just all your different flavors need to come together and make something smooth that tastes like, I don't know, that tastes good. I don't
We
know.
shared a bottle of the
Tastes
Detroit
good.
the
So
strawberry.
you want your
version.
beer to taste
Yeah.
good. That's
Yes.
interesting.
Right?
Polarizing.
Novel.
Can we go
What
into
a
this
novel
little more?
idea. Yeah,
what-
just balance. Like
Yeah.
I don't like really heavy spirit or like
Yeah.
bourbon is especially like there's a couple Block 15s I can think of that just tasted like
It can
bourbon.
overwhelm. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to
Yeah.
know it's there. You don't want to be bogged down by it. Though.
Correct. Yeah.
It can be sharp, like, or, you know, like, I don't know, I know, like, you can drink straight
and
bourbon.
thin it out too, and it'll
For
thin it
sure.
out. Yeah.
I think, so that's the big thing, I think, in the last whatever number of years it's really benefited barrel aging.
Decade, yeah.
Is they used to take beers and then throw them into barrels and be like, oh, bourbon barrel aged. Now they craft beer recipes to be barrel aged.
Right, that won't taste great not in a barrel.
Correct.
Or
If you had
overly
the,
sweet.
yeah,
or
if you
whatever.
had the beer prior to it going into a barrel, it would probably be too thick, too sweet, too whatever, and then you put it in there for a year plus or whatever, and it
Oh, look what Beef's doing.
and it
Blending.
and it ends up for the better. So
He's blending the
putting that lager in this.
yeah,
lager. Little dark star with a
little
little
block 15
gigantic,
lager.
massive.
Yeah, a little.
I'll do the same. That sounds
I'm
decent.
not. I'm gonna just stick with the stout.
Yeah,
So-
there's plenty to go back to, so that's why I felt okay doing it.
Yeah.
So one of the so
So
when I go
good.
down to Mexico, we go to this tap house and I get there. It's called Scorpion Stout, and I believe Baja makes it. But I asked the bartender to give me a little, like a half a shot of Maker's Mark, and I throw the Maker's Mark into the Scorpion Stout, and they're all looking at me like I'm crazy. And
Well,
then I
you're not
I
wrong.
Well, you are.
no, but then
Oh, you're not.
I pass
Okay.
around all the staff there at the place, and they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "You guys can serve this. Like, you can make this a
This is-
special."
yeah.
And every time I go down there, they never do. But they're always blown away by like, "What is this
How-
concoction?
yeah, this flavor, this new
gringo just
flavor.
brought us." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, it's
This
pretty
gringo.
amazing."
What's
Yeah.
the name of the beer again?
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Stout. I believe Baja makes it. But this place we go to.
Okay, you know what? You just need to give them a name. Scorpion's Shitz.
La Pintada is where we go and we do the blending. And, yeah,
Scorpion's
it's
Shitz. It's a
Shitz de Scorpion.
yeah, Shitz de Scorpion. Well, what is that? It's a scorpion shitting. No, it's
Yeah, it's fun because they just always have their minds blown because they forget every time. And as soon as I order the shot and they see me pour it in, they remember who I am. Oh, it's that guy.
that's the critical
it's that
thing.
guy. Yeah, every time. Yeah,
It's that drunk American.
he's wasting his.
I'm sorry. It's that drunk American.
Oi, that drunk American over there.
No, they go down.
God, what the fuck
You
was
got
that?
that drunk Irish guy coming down here.
It
gonna
started
go,
Australian and then
It
went
did.
southern.
the drunk Irish man coming down. And go get. Yeah. All right, let's hit another topic. It's been a while.
Are we
been a
done
while.
with barely? No, I'm just kidding. We talked about that forever.
Well, Sean
Speaking
did.
of Southern
Yeah.
accents.
Well, let's do one more quick thing. What do
Okay.
you not like when you get a barrel aged beer? Like, is there anything barrel wise that you're like, that's something I don't want?
Too woody.
Like
Too
flavor.
woody. I don't think wood should be a part of it at all, honestly.
Yeah.
I think the char from the barrel, it adds flavor. But like
Yes.
the wood, I don't want to taste oak.
Yeah.
I don't want to taste. Remember when we did oak chips and stuff like that in
Yeah,
beer?
yeah.
And it just was like woody tasting and
Nah.
dry
It
and
was bad.
astringent is bad. I don't want any of that flavor.
But that was also when we were doing.
Meth.
Yeah, well, yeah, that really ruined a lot of it.
That did. Especially my teeth.
Ugh,
Oh my gosh.
God,
These things are all fake.
gummy beers now.
Gummy beers. I don't mind a woody flavor in like an old ale or a barley wine.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that can.
Like flavor
Be
of wood.
helpful.
I'm not talking about like vanilla and all that. I'm
Correct.
talking about wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that.
Big rock
I
hard
think that
penis.
fits.
So
got-
you
it's
like
got a, yes.
so you like a wooden dildo in your
It's a Mormon beer. You gotta soak it.
yes, Mormon beer. Okay.
Oh man, Mormon culture. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's off balance.
Yeah.
You gotta you gotta find that perfect balance, which Fremont just does.
Yeah. And I think like you said, like when a beer that's barrel aged is too hot, tastes like too much bourbon and it's hot,
Yeah,
that can ruin it.
it's a little
Yeah.
burny.
You
in
don't
the
I don't
throat
want that.
and-
Yeah, exactly. It's out of balance.
Yeah.
And like I think Beef, you said it should like meld the flavors together. You know, bring all that
Yeah.
stuff.
And whatever
And-
it is Deschutes does, where everything just tastes like you got a mouthful of pennies.
That's the metal dildo.
But back in the day, we
Yeah.
loved it because that's all we had. So, you know.
Oh, it was game changing.
No. I think the original Abysses, before they started pasteurizing it, would age gracefully and were better. And then they pasteurized them, and they just don't hold. They pasteurize all their beer, and it doesn't hold up like it used to.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Southern Irish, politicians in Tennessee tried to ban sale of cold beer. What the fuck is wrong with Tennessee?
Well, in Indiana, you're not allowed to sell cold beer in grocery stores.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you could go out to your car and drink it right away.
Drunk
Shitz.
driving. It's supposed to deter drunk driving.
It's the same reason why
So,
in Pennsylvania
the politician who tried to enact this got hit by a drunk driver, and so now he wants to do something about it.
Can
and
he
it's
prove what that drunk driver was drinking prior to hitting him?
Oh yeah,
or
definitely.
how he was drinking it? Was he?
What if it was warm beer? Oh my God!
Yeah, was he on the way home from the liquor store?
Yeah, and
God.
he had bought a 6-pack and pounded all of it in his car immediately on the way home.
This reminds me of like when
It's-
two dumb kids get hit by lawn darts in the head, and so now we don't have lawn darts anymore in America.
I got hit by a lawn dart, you
I know,
bastard.
I know, it's your fault.
I'm only one kid.
now
I'm
I
not
can't have
two.
a goddamn lawn dart because of you.
It didn't even get reported. All right. Yeah, it's just silly. It's just more silliness about how politicians try to make it look like they're doing something useful, but it's like banning cold beer doesn't change anything.
God.
It's not like
Like you're gonna stop anybody from drinking and driving by
If
that
they're an
law.
alcoholic, they're gonna chug that warm beer and
Right.
like it.
it's not going to matter. But that's not even happening. People are going to bars, restaurants, whatever, and
Yeah,
getting drunk.
that's-
They're not
that's where it
going to a
happens.
grocery
That's where it
store.
I
and
happens.
think
buying
your
cold
average
beer.
drunk driver is probably coming home from a bar.
Yes, I
Yeah.
would
I
think
don't think
so.
most people are sitting at home
They've been out
getting
for a
loaded
while.
and then getting in their car and driving around.
And be like, oh, I'm out of liquor. Better go to the liquor store. 6 in.
Right.
Although
I
I'm
mean,
sure that
I'm
does
not saying it
happen.
doesn't happen, but I'm just saying in general. I'm
Yes,
saying most people
yep.
are probably coming
Well,
home from a bar.
and if you're going to be like out and about and get drunk quickly, you're drinking spirits. You're not drinking beer. Like you're not
Yeah.
drinking Bud Light from a whatever grocery store or whatever, and getting plowed and killing someone.
You know how
It's
when
like-
you guys go to Safeway, you can like walk into the cooler where all the beer is in the cooler. Have you all ever opened any beer there and just like sat down and drank some in the cooler? That's what we do in Ireland. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's how we do it.
The
in
Irish are
Ireland.
known for that, actually.
I was actually gonna make a joke about that. How like you can go and you get a Mountain Dew and you open it and you drink it as you're shopping and then you pay for it as you leave or whatever.
Yeah.
Wife
Like
does that.
like why couldn't you do
She
that?
likes
with it?
Mountain Dew.
No,
Gross.
not Mountain Dew, but with food. She'll like get a snack and she'll like, here, crack it open. She'll say, I'm hungry. Here. I'm like, we haven't paid for that yet. She goes, they'll still scan it. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right,
Agreed.
does
It
it?
doesn't.
No, like I don't do it, but like maybe with the beer I would. Well, or like when new seasons.
Scan
a lot-
it if you can, as you can.
I mean, you go to New Seasons, you just get a pour and go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Or market of choice.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because they have little tap rooms right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that.
I've done it
Shits.
in Austin.
Oh my God.
Fucking liberal.
It
Where's the best
changed-
place to
That's
go
right.
to go get a pour of beer while you're shopping?
Market of choice, I would guess.
Not ABV.
Well, what are we
Shopping
shopping
for
for?
what? Okay,
Beer.
we're
I
talking
was
about
just gonna-
groceries.
Shopping for more beer.
A car? I don't know.
John's
Where would
Market?
you go?
BG Food
No, but
Cartel because I'm
ABV,
shopping for food.
it- ABV,
Subaru,
go
man. Those dealerships have kick-ass beer
Royal
on tap.
Moore.
Take it for
Yeah,
a test
Royal-
drive.
Yeah, fuck car. They don't have beer. No
Decana, where you can get a pint of Pliny
Nice. So
Yeah,
year
Beer
round.
sedan.
Year round.
over on
It's the same
Selwood,
cake.
Yeah.
over on Selwood, there's a record store where they serve beer, and you can get a beer while you're shopping for records.
There's a
I heard it's really a cool place.
laundromat that does that.
I'll bet you they
Yeah. I
sold
forget what
more
it's called.
records immediately once
Down
they
in
started doing that.
Eugene, when I was a student in Eugene at U of O, there was a
Yeah, what?
laundromat that had
Yeah.
they poured beer and had a deli, and they had a full arcade, and they played movies, so you could like just sit and watch a movie while you were waiting for
my-
shit to dry, or you could go play pinball. or
Yeah,
you could-
yeah. There's a little covered patio.
It was awesome.
This
It
spot,
was
yeah.
the coolest place ever. And the bass player from the Cherry Poppin' Daddies was always sitting in there doing his laundry. I think he lived in the apartment
What?
upstairs.
Why is he so unclean? He's always doing his laundry?
I don't know.
That's
He's
gross.
a dirty guy.
Hey, yeah, apparently.
He just followed Shitz in
Just
there.
ran into him all the time there, though. I don't know. That killed that category.
Sweet.
Tennessee, you guys are fools. Listener
Fools.
comment from John on IG: brewery prices and budgeting to go out to one.
Yeah, did you guys see this comment from
No.
our last show?
I didn't see it.
I did.
Oh.
I just earlier today I saw it.
How'd I miss this?
He's basically so I wanted to talk about it because a listener actually commented, and so
Yeah, wrote a
Thank you,
couple
listener.
paragraphs. Yeah, thank you.
thanks, John, and he's got a great point. So his basic comment was, you have to kind of now, like we've talked about Pelican's new spot on Sluts Bay
Oh, I do remember this comment
a few times.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been there, and he's like, you basically have to budget to go to a place like that and have like a beer and some food, and it's like it's sad and it's ridiculous. And like,
it's $100 outing for a family.
yeah, I was
Easy.
just looking.
So
So I
for-
pulled
for-
up.
for like two
I
people,
was
it's
like-
$100 outing.
yeah, I
it
looked it
seems.
up.
That's almost to any restaurant these days.
100 though?
Oh, for a family?
Oh, for a family.
No.
But I'm talking like
I'm
three
talking
people.
about two people, like,
Two or
right-
three people,
So
yeah.
right now, I pulled
Yeah.
up their menu.
Family,
Their
I
appetizers,
overspoke.
their wings are $22.
Yes.
Their onion rings are $17.
Yes.
So like, if my wife and I went out, we went and got some onion rings. Then we got an entree, and their entrees are all. I mean,
But this problem is
their entrees are high end.
this problem is not exclusive
This-
to breweries.
this-
Their burgers
this
are
is true.
Their burgers are $22.
This is, Marcus, this is
$25.
everywhere. This is
No, I know. Right, but
This
then
is just going out. Period. These days. I
but
mean,
like, if you want to go get a beer and something to eat at Pelican, it's like, oh, with me and Rebecca, it's like, oh, I get a burger for $20,
Yeah.
20 plus dollars. We get an appetizer and I get a couple of beers. Yeah, you're talking about $100 plus
Yep.
tip,
Yep.
which is just like, that's not what beer
We-
used to be,
That's
right?
that's double what it was 5 years ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my wife and I were a little shocked when we would move out here, get a beer and a meal, and it'd be $55. But then we just kind of got used to that. But now it's like, for us, it's like 75, 80.
Because
Yeah, easy.
when I got into
And
the
it's-
workforce,
But, so you have to plan for it, right? When you
Yeah.
go out,
Yeah,
it's like,
a little
you can't
bit.
just go, like, on a whim go and say like, hey, let's get a beer and a burger. Like, no big deal, right? And now it's like, yeah, it's $100 easy out of your pocket.
when I was working 20 years ago, and you wanted to go get some food for lunch, you would have a full lunch for under $10, and that's not fast food. That's like going to
Right.
like getting like a good deli sandwich somewhere,
or a local, whatever.
Burrito
Yeah.
or whatever.
and
Yeah.
now it's like $20 easily for lunch for one person.
Yeah.
Just lunch.
I don't think that it's, I mean, in general, I would like to think it's not breweries and other restaurants
it's-
screwing you
it's-
over.
it's-
It's just everything
it's
has gone up.
So look,
And-
Pearl Jam tickets just went on sale yesterday, and we were thinking, well,
No
let's
way.
just go take a look. But we already bought tickets to Green Day this summer. We bought tickets to Foo Fighters this summer. We have tickets to the show down in Astoria. We're gonna go check out in a couple weeks. Like, then we thought, well, let's just see what the Pearl Jam tickets are. Fucking A. No, we're not. We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Can't afford to do all
Yeah.
three.
Well, you put out a
no
thing about
way.
Lamb of God, right? And I was like, the decent seats for Lamb of God were like $100
Yeah.
a piece.
Yeah,
And it's like,
that's for the decent. Well, no, Pearl Jam.
oh, way higher, I'm sure.
The 300 level was like $100 and some dollars
Yeah,
for the 300
yeah.
level.
Mm.
Like, no, I mean, I love Pearl Jam, but we've already spent our concert fund this year,
Yeah.
so no thanks. But that applies to just about everything these days.
Yeah.
It does, but it's, I mean, yeah,
What is
I don't know what to say. It's,
Services are expensive
yeah.
these
Life
days.
is expensive.
Life is
right
it
now.
is life is expensive.
COVID
yeah.
really hit the budget hard and hit the economy.
It
hard.
has-
Inflation.
Inflation
yeah.
has escalated.
So
like
restaurants have had to
crazy.
jack everything up to make
Yeah.
prices. Bands have had to jack up prices to make up for lost revenue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As well as not getting. I just heard this thing that on Spotify, if you're a musical band on, you're an artist, musician on Spotify, if you want to make poverty wages, you have to sell over 3 million. You have to have 3 million downloads or listens
to make
Streams.
poverty
to
level.
make poverty
Yeah.
level.
That's
on
why it's like
Spotify.
you have to tour to make money.
Right.
Yeah,
From what I
yeah, that's where
understand.
the
Well,
money
'cause,
is.
yeah.
Merch and touring.
Right. Merchant touring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can do it independently without a record label. It's going to also take the rest of your money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. So unless you're like with Taylor Swift. So
But it's like I looked. I mean, they have photos of like.
oh, we're gonna get viral. I just said something about Taylor Swift. and it was
Thank
negative.
God, finally someone said something
Someone's gonna
about that. Travis Kelce's beard said that. Yeah, I mean, I looked at the Let's Bay place looks amazing. It looks beautiful, but yeah, it's like we'll have to, in order to experience that, we'll have to drive there,
Yep. Yeah.
Fine parking.
find parking in a bay, good luck with that.
The parking lot does not look big there. Just saying.
And and it's like it's a $100 outing to go and hang out, which it may be worth it. I don't know. I haven't been there, but the fact like to go get a beer and have a burger there is $100 for you and another person. That's tough.
Yep. Which you know what I mean. So at this point,
it's not tough. It sucks.
I would say going to a good tap house is your best bet economically. Because you have a great selection of beers.
I mean, eating at home is the...
Bringing your food to a tap house that lets you do it.
Well, I mean, like a couple weeks ago...
Potluck at the tap house.
A couple weeks ago, Carrie and I went to Apex. It was on Pliny Day or whatever. And, but yeah, we had a couple beers each, and it was affordable. And then went to dinner afterwards, which Hanoke
wasn't.
Hanoke is one of the goddamn best restaurants in Portland.
Yeah.
But it's like $65 a person. It's a fixed menu thing. But you go to like Apex where they have a huge selection of beers. They're really good beers. Whereas if you go to if you were to drive down to Pelican, there's maybe one beer. And if mother or father aren't on tap,
they never are.
Then you really struggle to have good beers. But it's an expensive venture. So
yeah, it is. It's an experience. That's what you go down
for. Which it's really hard to beat that one down there in
Suffolk City.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
and Siletz looks beautiful too.
That is one of the coolest spots ever for a brewery.
Yeah.
I wish the beer was better.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't.
When it comes to Pelican,
yeah. But when you can walk out the back door and there's the sand, like you step out the back door and you're on sand.
Yeah.
And there's the beach and the water.
Yeah.
And the
or you're
rock.
sitting on the patio.
Yeah.
And it's like it's sand.
It's half sand. Yeah.
They nailed it for location.
I would love to prognosticate something being a lot better in the future, but it's just gonna.
What was that big word you just used?
I masturbated.
Nostradamus.
This Irish man over here did not understand what you just said. Prognosticate. Get it?
Well, you sure pronounce it pretty good.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Get it right.
It's not going to get any better. I don't think anything's going back. It's just
It's not going to go down.
That is our reality now, and that's reality going forward. It's just not going to happen.
Back to
I
life.
think really the only way to make it
to
inexpensive
reality.
is to just go for beverages. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, forget food. Food is just insanely expensive.
No.
So
food carts.
Food isn't cheap at home anymore either. It's just all expensive.
Nothing is cheap anymore. What is one thing that's like not expensive now to do?
Oh, well, compared to like 5 years ago,
masturbation.
Weed is cheaper.
Weed is cheaper?
Yeah.
It's legal.
Well,
5 years ago it was legal, but it's just there's a big
but
glut.
there's more.
So much of it,
just because there's a glut right
the
now.
demand and all that stuff. I mean, God, it's everywhere now. Let's get to another topic here. Oregon Health Alliance lied about tax increases deterring alcoholism.
Oh, I have a feeling this is where Marcus is going to get conspiracy theory.
No, it's not conspiracy theory. It's
Kennedy was not.
So we talked about something, I don't know, it's probably been a year plus ago or something like that, where we were talking about how Oregon taxes on alcohol were going to go from like, I don't remember what the number was. It was like 70 cents a barrel, or maybe it was $2 a barrel, up to like $70 a barrel. It was a huge increase. And it was going to, hugely impact overall prices. So that didn't pass.
Right.
But the OHA, which is, as you said, the Oregon Health Authority, is still trying to increase taxes on alcohol.
Because they want a new building.
Buildings or something. I'm not sure. But they're the ones that are in control of all that money that's being dedicated towards programs to assist rehab or prevention of drug and alcohol abuse.
And
no
shit.
One thing that I learned from this article is that this alcohol taxation from beer and wine is the third largest revenue generator for the state.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, think about all the breweries we have and
behind sales tax and what else?
Sales tax? We don't.
I know. That was a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. And trips to the Netherlands.
My homeland of the Netherlands.
And so they've been allocated. So of all the money that they get from taxation of beer and wine, only 3% of it currently is being dedicated towards prevention of
Right.
and so programs and whatnot. And in the time that we've passed, I forget the name, what measure number it was, but since we passed that measure that was supposed to increase funding for those programs, almost none of it has actually been, they've been given all this money and almost none of it's been allocated.
Well, it's just like with the decriminalization of drugs. They said that by doing this, the money we're going to save was going to go to programs. None of those programs have happened. None of them have happened.
Yeah.
The Oregon government, they fucking lie when it comes to, if you give us this, we'll give you that, because they don't give it back. I don't know.
And I don't know what they're doing with it.
I don't know where this money is going.
Yeah.
Nobody does. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And I'm not harping on any particular governor, because it's been for a long time.
Really?
This is not.
But it's even worse because even more money now supposedly being allocated to these organizations, and nothing is happening. Nothing positive has come out of this since that measure's passed. And so now the OHA, what they did do is
OHA might say a positive thing is there's less people buying alcohol now.
But there isn't.
Because isn't that why they wanted to increase taxes on it, not to make more money?
The revenue
was it strictly for the revenue, not to try to decrease or change behavior?
So their reasoning is so they want to still increase taxation on beer and wine and cider, etc. And the reason for that is because they want to deter alcoholism. That's the goal. Like, make it expensive, and then less alcoholics will buy alcohol because it's too expensive, not because it's a disease and they're dependent on it.
Right,
so
and they definitely won't steal.
It's because it's a little more. We need to make it a little more expensive than it is.
The one thing we have definitely never seen is they've increased taxes on cigarettes to the point where they're like triple now what they used to be.
And there's still no smokers.
Still smokers.
There's no smokers
That's the point.
these days.
And so that's the thing. So they actually did a study that was publicly funded to determine whether or not that policy works. If you increase the price of alcohol up to a certain level, that decreases alcoholism and disease and all that. It
just means less presents for my baby at Christmas.
So that's what their study came back with, saying, if you increase prices, it makes basically no difference. It's a minute difference in the actual amount of alcoholism.
You know what else
and
doesn't
disease.
help people with drug addiction? Locking them up.
Yep.
Makes no difference.
So the OHA wants to pass a new bill to increase taxation on alcohol, but they hid the findings of this study. And then it was found out that they hid it. And so that's the question, is like, the OHA has got all this money that they're not doing anything with. Then they want to increase taxation even further. But then it comes out that their study that they're supposed to do shows that their policies wouldn't make a change anyways, even if it passed.
I'm going to make the change that they said it was going to make.
Right. It's basically like 1%. Like, that is the change increasing taxation on alcohol would do. It makes basically no difference.
Nope.
So, like, someone's getting rich, right?
Yep.
Where is this happening? I don't know, but it's not making any difference. And the measures measures we've passed are not doing it.
They can? Well, they can't. They can't steal the Pappy bottles anymore. They have to pay for them. So
there'll be some new hotness coming by that they'll steal or something. I don't know. It's
fucked.
It's fucking frustrating because it's like if they get this taxation, which they're not going to anymore. Thankfully, it was uncovered. The survey was uncovered. It was found that they were lying about the results or just not disclosing them.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen. But if their taxation, this new taxation went through again, it was going to be like breweries are just going to get hammered, and ultimately down the road, we're going to be paying like $1 more a pint for beer that makes no difference. It's just padding someone's pockets somewhere up the stream.
You'll never know where that extra dollar went.
Somebody's pockets are getting. Someone's pool is larger because of it.
Yeah.
Someone has another yacht.
Yeah. Yeah. As a government worker, I can tell you firsthand, man, that
it sucks.
Surveys get buried. Yeah. I know that firsthand.
Yeah, that's what this showed.
Yeah, and people are overpaid in their positions, and
I'm overpaid. And I'm not in public service.
But the person, like where I work, our director makes way more than double what my pay is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like way more than
That's
double
crazy.
what I make.
They clearly provide double the value that you do.
And we
Yeah,
never
you're
know.
shit at
we
your
don't even know
job.
where this
I think
person
that's what that
is
means.
90% of the time. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's-
they're not in the office, not available. Not,
right.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's so frustrating.
They're doing things beyond your pay range, man. Sorry.
Yeah, they're down in Salem lobbying for you guys.
Yeah.
Our last director lived in Eugene. Got paid $200,000 a year. Lived in Eugene. We never saw her. Ever. Like, maybe twice a month. Maybe. For a, like, flash. Like, oh, there she was.
She was flashing you? That's not appropriate.
No, you didn't want that. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just, there's so much friggin' waste. And the people that are actually doing all the work, just, we're the ones that get nailed by the public. Like, you're a government worker. I'm like, I'm the one doing shit. Don't yell at me. So,
Yeah, and you're not the one seeing that pay increase either.
right. Oh, God,
Yeah.
no. Oh, God, no. No.
God, we're so fucking positive on this show. I love it. You know?
Break side is going
Well,
big. I think that was me.
I feel like I've had this exact conversation with like 3 different friend groups recently. So,
Well, because your wife works. She's a
well,
government
not necessarily like the government thing, but just like the shit being expensive and how the fuck do you do anything these days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Break side, I posted this. And
So
I kind of know what this
everyone's
is.
feeling it.
No, I know it's government waste, blah blah blah. Like, well, it's the school
Corporate greed too.
Sure,
Yeah.
but like school districts get so much money. I swear to God, I do not vote for any of those education bonds anymore because I see firsthand like. You go into a high school and there's like, well, there's 14 counselors now. There's 14 vice principals. And like, when I went to school, there was a principal, a vice principal, and 3 counselors. That was it. And we did just fine. But now there's so much administration now. It's like, you don't need all of that. And so when you pay for those bonds, that's where it's going. It's not going to like the classrooms, and it's not going to the teachers.
Textbooks and
Right,
yeah.
it's not going to any of that.
Yeah.
It's just I quit voting for it. I quit voting for public safety measures because I know that money is not getting spent the right way.
Yeah.
So I quit doing it. So
Yeah.
and but they're always going to pass because at least in Washington County, everybody's like, well, I don't law enforcement. It's like, it's not going to where you think it's going. But anyways. Break side is going big, guys. They are going to start expanding their canning to the 19.2 or 19.9.
Oh shit!
Stovepiping it,
Yeah,
Yep.
stovepipes.
Which you know what? Hey, when a brewery who makes good beer is going to jump into this, I'm all game because they
Are you?
They were talking about that double Wanderlust. I'm like, man, that was a good beer this year.
You
But
want
do you want fucking
19.2
20
ounces of it?
ounces of
Yes,
it?
I do. It was
Really?
so good. That beer was so good.
Would you? So then, how many times have you bought a bomber of Wanderlust in the last 5
A
years?
bomber of
Yeah.
Wanderlust?
They sell bombers of Wanderlust.
I know you're right. The only reason I don't buy a lot of it is because while Wanderlust is a fantastic IPA, I am always looking for the the stuff that isn't like the non-regular.
The one-offs, yeah.
like
They're seasonals.
I can get
gotcha.
Wanderlust anytime I want.
Yeah.
So when I go to the store, I'm looking for the stuff I can't get anytime I want. So that's the only reason why I don't buy bombers of it. But I think
Because
the big boy cans.
that does not
God.
sound good to me. 16 ounces big enough.
Nah, I'll take
Get off my fucking lawn.
I'll take that extra three.
Okay, boomer.
3 plus ounces. I'll take it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, last month I did have the topic of how small of a bottle size would you get, or container size. So it makes sense that I'm against this.
I'd go for the 1 ounce bottle.
Yeah, little nip.
Yeah.
Little nip of Dark Star.
Like the little Underberg bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
A shot of IPA.
A snort of barrel aged beer.
Would you buy a small vessel of any style of beer? Or
Pastry. Anything pastry I would do.
Yeah.
Bottle
Yeah,
Logic.
like 4 ounces.
That's perfect.
Like
That's perfect.
like 8, like those little 8-ounce mini cans, or like a 4-ounce can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the minimum you would go for an IPA?
12.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh, Marcus.
I like a 16 of IPA.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
yeah. I can handle.
But what
a
if it's
16.
like a triple? like
then I
notorious.
want less.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I made the big mistake one time.
A
of getting
12
it.
of Noto is plenty.
I got a 4-pack of Noto and tried drinking them all in one day, and I got regret.
Oh, shit.
I got regret.
Got regret.
At what point did regret show up?
At what BAC
about
did regret show
right.
up?
About 8:30 is when regret showed up.
Your BAC was 8:30? That's a little high.
Jesus Christ.
No, the
That's
time
more,
on the clock.
his
know.
blood's more beer than water.
Yeah, I mean
Water?
that was not a well-made decision that day. I thought I was stronger.
I don't know why. That's a big beer.
Yeah. Back in my days back in Ireland, it would have been nothing. Could have drank that with no
But
problem.
they must be selling like crazy for Breakside to do this. Like the initial stovepipes out there, they must be doing well.
I'll tell you what, that when Double Wanderlust came out, it was like a month ago, 2 months ago. It was off the racks quick. Like it was gone.
Well, I'll say that for like the one time that I remember getting a stovepipe recently, well, my wife got it, is we were out camping. And I was just thinking...
She broke her
like,
damn foot on it.
Not her foot, her leg. Get it right.
Oh,
it was
sorry.
worse than that. Yeah, just rolled over the can. But like in those type of scenarios where you're like out at a friend's place and you're just chilling and relaxing out by a fire or out on the back patio or whatever, like then yeah, I could see a 20-ounce IPA working. But like you still have to drink it kind of quickly. But you still kind of have to drink it quickly because it's gonna get warm.
16-ounce can
Like
of something here.
Like a double IPA, do you want 20 ounces or 19.2 ounces of that?
A double IPA.
You got to drink a double faster than a single, I feel like, because that malt comes out faster, the sweetness, whatever. I mean, if it gets warm, it's not great.
But don't most of us beer snobs pour it into a glass?
Not camping.
No. Well, who here went camping in the last 5 years?
We just talked about it.
What?
Like
When's the last time you went
like 6
camping?
months ago.
It's last summer.
Okay, I haven't been camping.
We're going in April again.
I love camping, but I haven't been camping in years.
Well, in a yurt at a campground, so not technically camping. I think that's camping.
Yamping?
That's camping.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, because it's a yurt with a Y.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like it.
I got a problem going because the Fremont is still overpowering. I rinsed my glass, but it's still.
Oh, you're still getting the Fremont in your glass?
I'm getting maple in my glass.
Yep. Maple? Oh. From the Fremont?
Yep, I'm getting maple in my glass.
I think it's like the sweetness of this beer with whatever.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's
But
not
yeah,
that.
I'm getting.
That's a great notion.
Okay, yeah, I can taste that or smell how you're getting maple.
Yeah, but that's a great notion.
Yeah? You think so?
I think so.
You've had this?
I don't know, but that's a great notion.
Does taste like Great Notion.
Yep.
It's like a.
We're on to a mystery beer, number 3.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that.
This is Marcus's mystery beer.
This is like a pineapple cocktail. Yeah, this is really good.
I like it. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I didn't rinse my glass good enough because I'm just getting some of the stout.
It's a pineapple bomb, but not in the way that Fanzine is like a pineapple bomb.
Yeah, it's pineapple from the hops, not fruit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
I'll be surprised if this isn't Great Notion.
Really?
I was just going back there. I was like, maybe because like he's not that he gives it away, but he was very very neutral when we said that.
Yeah. This just says all the Great Notion characters.
Look, I'm trying to think.
What
of
are the Great Notion characteristics?
This beer.
For the listeners, I'm sorry, the watchers.
I held it up to the microphone.
The watchers of this show.
Again, I don't have the beer knowledge to talk about how we drink things in Ireland, but
let me talk to you about 20 minutes or so about barrel-aged beer.
There's the viscosity. There's the
viscosity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The hop burn.
Hop burn.
Yeah. There's a little bit of hop burn on the back. The Great Notion does with their hazies.
I don't know if it's hot burn, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not getting hot burn.
It's not the strong hot burn, but it's there.
There's a little like, ooh, I can feel that in the back
right
of my
here, my tonsils.
Must be nice.
He's touching his. He's touching his.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
He's touching his balls.
Yeah.
No tonsils, down to one kidney.
I got
I'm a fucking
tonsils.
mess.
You've got balls.
No.
What about appendix? Do you have that?
I have an appendix. I don't have my adenoids, which are in your ears. Like tubes in your ears. I don't know. Some sort of.
Supposedly that's where they are.
Yeah.
Marcus, turn to your left. Your left? No, your other left? Okay, never mind.
What?
Well, you got something shiny going on in your ears, and I thought, God, does he have hearing aids all of a sudden I didn't know about?
No, that's semen.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Something about Mary.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be the hair, not the ears. Yeah, I'm sitting.
No, it was hanging from the ears and
Oh
something
yeah,
about Mary.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
like that was
Yeah.
very viscous on her ear.
Yes.
No, that did not go well. What is their? Trying to remember all their beers.
There's
Right.
a bit of there's
All of Great Notions beers?
No,
That's
well,
a big list.
get the app out.
But they're popular IPAs. There's Ripe. There's Juice. I'm gonna say this is
I feel like I should be able to remember.
Ripe or Juice.
Okay.
Is my guess.
I don't know.
So you think it's a single IPA?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
I give up. Fuck it. Sure. Whatever. That's what that was.
I'm going back home to Ireland, don't you know?
We don't classify beers this way in Ireland.
Fuck your Kentucky. I don't really know what to say about it anymore.
No, this might be a double. It's pretty. My palate is fucked today. Clearly, there's a little bit of a resinous thing here that is not typically Great
Space
Notion.
Invader?
Interesting.
Oh, not.
Interesting.
I feel like, but maybe not. I don't know.
But maybe not. Wow. That's
It's been.
way to stick to your guns.
Wait a minute.
I don't have any guns.
Let's see, is it heady? No.
No, much too sweet.
All right, you want me to
Yeah,
say-
some sort of Great Notion single and a half.
Y'all are good. It is Great Notion.
Yeah.
Sort of. Halfway.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
collab.
It is a collab.
Brewjoss.
It is not Brewjoss. It is Great Notion's Dirty Dancing. It is a double IPA, hazy, and it is a collab with Other Half.
I was gonna say I saw the broccoli
I've
on
never
there.
had
and I'm like,
this
that's
before.
fucking Other Half, isn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah.
Or the cheddar.
I recognize that Great Notion flavor.
And it's just a straight, it's just hops, so there's
That's a
nothing
cool
else
can.
added to it. Yeah. It's a good beer. I like it.
Yeah, this is.
I
good.
bought it because I haven't had a new double IPA from Great Notion in a while. And,
Where'd you get this?
Noble.
Okay, yeah. Looks like dancing broccoli on the can.
Yeah. It's like 3 weeks old.
Yeah,
It's been out a little bit, but
That's
not
fine.
long. I mean,
Tastes great.
Yeah, it's not. It's fresh. for
One
sure.
of Other Half's big beers, not like big alcohol wise, but big hype wise, that got them into like the trade game was called Broccoli, like a double IPA.
So they put it on every can they collab with now. Is that why?
It's a callback. It's a if you know you know
so it's
type
the
of deal.
so it's the Great Notion Yeti dancing with the Other Half broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the can art.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
good.
a really good. That's a good beer.
Mhm.
Who's
Yeah.
Other Half? What have I had from them?
Their brewery.
I understand that.
Oh, they're
broccoli, cheddar, double cheddar.
not. Yeah, double cheddar.
Soup. Your cheese
Cream
soup.
of.
I can't think.
Oh my god. I don't know if I've had anything from them before.
I don't know that you have.
Maybe
they don't
if you-
distro
where
up
are they
here.
out
You
of?
would had to trade. You had been to Beer Share and had.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn strong.
No sleep till
So hey, just a little shout out to the 9th annual She Brew is coming up on March 10th at the Red on Salmon. Tickets are at shebrew.com. That's always a big event.
Cool.
And,
Yeah,
I've never been actually to that. But
I haven't either. I noticed today as I was at Steeplejack, their brewing system there, which, oh my God, Marcus, their glycol supply line, it's about 6 inches in diameter.
Oh my
I know,
god.
you and I have sat there at the bar and looked at it
I took
and,
a picture of
and
it.
reminisced on it. I hope you did.
I've never been to that Steeplejack. Is it nice?
No, it's a warehouse brewery.
Well, right, but so it's not nice because
I mean,
of
it's
that?
big and
It's just a big warehouse.
there's beer there and yeah, there's no like ambiance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, unless you like looking at an open brewery, it's right there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's their production brewery.
There is like down the hallway. There's like
They
a
have a
little like
kitchen?
actual like back room.
Oh, is there?
yeah,
Okay.
not a. It's technically a food truck.
It's a
But yeah, they have food there.
They
thought
have
they serve
food.
pizza.
It's not a real kitchen.
They serve pizza though, right?
Yeah, but it's out of a food truck that's somehow in the building.
There's
Yes.
a food
But
truck
But it's a
in the
food
building?
truck. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that as part of like the decor, or is it actual food
No,
truck?
it's like in the back and like in its own little area. So it's not like we're all getting the fumes of it all.
We got gray
The-
water. We got gray water.
It's just a diesel engine.
Right.
Idling. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I forget where I was going with that.
Motherfucker. Ow.
Yeah, it's not like it's fine. It's a nice. It's an okay environment.
yeah,
it was quiet. I remember it wasn't like.
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking crowded this morning. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I imagine so for the run.
There were about 150 of us. But yeah, there was a female brewer just going around doing her thing.
Oh yeah, I think
like
most of their
doing
brewers are the head brewer's female. I think the assistant.
Oh really?
Head
It's
brewer
Steeple?
is female. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's been that way since they started. I think.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, so it's been my understanding.
Yeah.
I've always thought Steeplejack's beers are solid. You know, I don't know that I've ever heard anything that's like wowed me, but they've been solid.
I've never had anything that's wowed me, but don't think I've had anything that's
I've never had anything that I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
I've never. Yeah.
It's a good brewery.
Above average.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Did any of you go out for Pliny Day, Pliny the Younger, when it came out?
I did, but accidentally.
Oh.
Yeah, same here, and I didn't get it.
And I didn't either. I went
either.
So did you? We all did.
were
because
all
we went shopping for beef for his birthday and got that Bottle Logic.
Oh,
we
at
all
John's.
did within
And
an
that was
hour of
Pliny
each other
Day.
at John's Market.
And that was Pliny Day,
Yep.
and I was like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on here?" Because there's a million people
Yeah.
here, and they're like, "Are you here for the event?" I'm like, "No." I mean,
Yeah.
wait, Jim's birthday?
Yeah, we're
Why is everybody here for
we
Jim's
were walking
birthday?
around getting our beers, and also, if you're here for Pliny, please line up on the
Yeah.
left-hand side of the bar.
Yeah.
Blah blah. I'm like, no, just, I'm going to keep buying beer.
Yeah.
I can give two shits about Pliny.
And people, they had Pliny the Elder in the cooler,
Yeah.
and they refilled it twice while I was there because people were just going in and buying Pliny the Elder. I'm like,
even though they were drinking
Okay.
younger.
yeah,
So I went to Apex.
basically, yeah.
We went to Apex later that day, and they had Pliny on, and
Younger or elder?
both.
Okay.
You didn't get it, did you?
No.
Yeah.
And they had
Why?
Notorious on.
Because you would rather drink
If
Notorious.
I was going to get a
course.
triple, I'd rather drink Notorious. But they had Pliny for President, which was a triple dry hop double
okay.
IPA. So they're triple dry hop of the
Pliny the Elder. Yeah.
Yeah, which was really good.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't complain about it, but I don't give any shits about Pliny. I just don't.
Why
The only
would
reason I
you?
got the President is because I'd never had it before, so I'll try it.
You had the president.
For
Yeah, it
Gross.
Yeah, I had the
for
President.
I feel like for every other part of the country, it is a unique flavor
Sure.
profile.
Sure.
But it's exactly what the
Most
Pacific
of it, yeah.
Northwest.
I would take Notorious any day over Pliny.
Well, I mean, we've seen like blind taste tests
Yes.
that
Say
involve
that.
Pliny, and
Pliny came in
it finishes low. Yeah,
It
right.
came in fourth.
right.
Over
Like Breakside's triple.
Yeah.
Notorious.
Yeah, it was
right. I think it was
ridiculous.
Freem was the other one.
I was just gonna say Freem. Yeah, I thought.
The other thing I tried that same day that we got the Pliny was, you guys know about the big chicken from Hen House? Do you know about this whole
What are you?
phenomenon that's going on?
No.
Okay, so Hen House Brewing has this thing, like, I think
Hen House?
I don't know if they do it twice a year.
Where's
once a year.
Hen House Brewing?
California.
Okay.
They have it's called the Big Chicken. And it's a double IPA.
Okay.
And they do this whole thing where we're sending up 10 kegs to your city.
Yep. You're welcome, everybody,
Yep.
for that.
It's called the Big Chicken. It's their double IPA, and they have capitalized on Russian River's marketing thing where we're going to send up 10 kegs to your city, and only 10 breweries are going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be it's going to fly up that
Lottery
morning. It's
time,
gonna get-
everybody.
It's going to get delivered to your tap house, and if you don't get it, you're fucked in life in Ireland. So it's just ridiculous.
FOMO.
It's so
FOMO.
ridiculous the hype for this stuff. And again, we live in an area where we're so spoiled with good beer that like this stuff does not sell out anymore. Like Pliny the Younger used to sell. Pliny was on tap for several
Pliny
days.
was like a taster you could sign up for.
right, but
You're right. You have 4
but
ounces.
This year,
yeah.
Yeah.
but this
Yeah.
year, Pliny the Younger stayed on tap for several days in many
Yeah.
places.
I don't care. I was asked if I was there for the event if I wanted to get in line. I'm like, no. I mean, I love Jim, but his birthday's not that important.
Yeah,
You're saying I could have had a day-old taster glass of
Was
Pliny
gonna
the
try.
Younger?
but this
Son of
Big
a
Chicken
bitch.
that all the hype's about, it was nowhere even close to as good as like Sticky.
Yeah.
So it's once again like these breweries are trying to like create this hype for
It's-
things. It's like, come on! I'm like, it was good, but it wasn't great. It didn't knock
Yeah.
my socks off. Carrie got
Yeah.
that, and I got that other version of Pliny that you had never heard of before, but
Which is more rare than Pliny the Younger, right? It's never been around.
Yeah.
right,
You got the more
right,
rare
right.
version.
Well, guys, I think it might be time to head into our Sorry Jason category.
I was gonna say, I feel like half the show was already
Right.
was already in there.
Right. I just came with this idea where maybe, hey, let's just see if each of us can come up with one fact that nobody knows about. It might be like something pretty unknown.
I already came up with one.
Oh, you didn't say
I'm
unknown.
done.
You said interesting.
Well, and an interesting fact.
It
that
could be beer related
that most
or
of
not.
us. It can be about anything. That's why we call it Sorry Jason, because it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about beer. And I actually came up with two just in case somebody stole one of my ideas.
Yeah, that probably would happen.
Well, then I better go first.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
go.
for it.
All right. So, did you guys know that there has been more time between the Stegosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus than Tyrannosaurus and man?
No way.
There's 90 million years
what
between.
does that mean, sexually? What do you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
There were 90 million years between when Stegosaurus roamed the Earth and when Tyrannosaurus did.
What? That's not what movies portray.
No. They
I
show
saw
like
a movie where Jesus wrestled a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so you're probably wrong.
That's right.
I can't. No, I guess I'm wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, listeners.
So 90 million years between Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus
Yeah.
Rex.
So
And how many between humans?
it's 60.
60 million?
60 million. Yes, just 60 years.
60.
60 years.
I told you Jesus beat him up.
Man, that carbon dating is accurate. It's got it down.
Marcus?
You should go first. Go ahead.
It's physically impossible for a pig to look up into the sky.
I actually saw that one
Pigs
when
cannot
I was
look
searching.
up. Yep. I have a backup just in case.
So what do you think?
You guys just didn't know? You guys just didn't have this on your brain?
So a
That's
pig.
probably a good thing. That probably says more about me than you.
I've never seen a pig looking up
So a pig has never seen the sun or
No.
the moon
unless you pick him up and aim him
or the
that
stars.
Well, they could lie on their side and then move their head to the...
way. Yeah, but they cannot look up and see it.
So all pigs missed hail bop when it came through.
So
That's
attack
okay.
from behind and
Yeah.
above is what I'm hearing.
Right. No, attack from above. Yeah. All right.
Yep, there you go.
So mine is beer related.
Okay.
Boo. Sorry, Jason.
Do you guys know why on beer steins? Do you know why the lid was invented?
To keep
You know the classic
Yeah,
lid,
to keep the urine out.
the urine out. Okay.
blood.
Oh, I thought you were serious. Like, nope, you got it.
To keep blood from dropping into their beer.
Blood.
Blood.
What about bloody urine?
I'm sticking with
There
straight
probably
blood.
was a lot
You're
of bloody
pure-
urine
You're a
back then.
purist, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
just good old blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's to keep the plague out.
Oh.
So during the bubonic
So it was the
plague.
mask of beer.
Yeah, the beer mask.
So in the back during the plague when it was around and beer existed back then,
Huh?
mosquitoes would carry the bubonic plague, and they would dive into beer, and then people would consume it and get the plague. So they created
Was that
lids
scientifically proven?
on top of beer steins. Of course, it was scientifically proven.
Science
It was
was big back then.
1462.
Science existed.
Yeah.
So they
Get
created
off
so they
your
created the
witch,
lid for the beer
man!
stein to keep anything out of the liquid that you're drinking, beer. And then after the fact, they just kept it as a homage to the plague. I don't really know.
Never
but-
forget.
Never forget.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
That's cool.
So that's why there's a lid on the beer stein.
Okay.
So
You're welcome, Jason.
I'm just picturing here.
I fucking love you. The rest of these guys hate you.
I'm just picturing all of these really old Prussians just having like 40 mosquitoes in their beer and just being like, ah, fuck, and just chugging them down and drinking it whole. Just drinking the whole mosquito, which I'm sure is exactly how it played out.
And they're outside with plague-infested mosquitoes in the first place. That 40 of them could end up in their beer stein.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, we should go inside and drink this instead because the plague filled mosquitoes.
One's getting my blood right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Too late.
I'm pretty
Look,
sure.
don't think about this too much, okay? And I won't think too much about your 60 million years thing, okay?
Know what the
I'm
Bible
pretty
says,
sure
you
if you
idiot.
drink enough beer, the mosquitoes just die on contact with your skin.
You get that BAC high enough?
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, Bottle Logic didn't exist back then,
Yeah.
so it didn't happen.
I feel like
So,
mine's getting up there right
did
now.
anybody have a backup story?
No,
just in
no
case?
backups.
Well, I did have the giraffe thing, but you guys were like, oh no, too soon.
Giraffe. What?
I said giraffes were 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning than humans.
I don't think that's true.
It is
Just
true.
'cause they're tall?
It's statistically true.
But there's a lot more humans.
Because they counted the number of giraffes struck by lightning and the number of humans struck by lightning, and then you do the division
there
by the
s-
population,
Is there some
Total
guy
population.
running
Oh,
around?
Okay, good.
and that's how
is
you get it.
Is there some guy running around the savannah measuring the number of giraffes struck by lightning?
Oh yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
I don't think there's a lot of giraffes in Savannah, Georgia. Shit.
Oh,
That's true.
Wrong savannah.
What about Savannah, Netherlands? Is that...
What about Savannah, Ireland? My backup story was an ostrich's eye is larger than its brain.
I kind of believe that. I remember the ostrich brain
Yeah.
being
That-
small.
Could apply to myself as well.
Testicles.
Especially with your bionic eyes.
So, Rip Drizzly, what's this? Who died?
Rip Driz.
You guys remember Rip Driz?
I
Remember
definitely
Driz?
remember Rip
You remember the
Driz.
Drizzle?
I don't know if I remember this.
You don't remember the drizzle?
I don't think I
Oh well,
do.
that's why they're Rip.
What up, Snoop?
I guess Sean.
What's going
They
on?
didn't have that Riz.
They didn't have. Sean didn't have that Riz.
It doesn't right now. That's
No.
for sure.
Drizzly was the online deliver to your door service that showed up because of COVID. Deliver alcohol to your door. 'cause
Yeah,
of COVID.
alcohol only or alcohol
Yeah.
specific.
And so they died. They're done.
Oh, the people are
They're
dead.
slowly petering out, and in their post is pretty funny. They're
I think
like,
Uber bought them. And
did Uber buy them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they were
for
playing
like
up Uber.
$1.1 billion or some
Are you
huge
fucking
number.
kidding me?
Yeah, and it's now they're just gonna go away.
But like,
Okay.
what
Okay.
are they buying there?
Okay.
Like, it's not logistics.
Well, like,
Is it? It's not the software because Uber has the software.
yeah, I think Uber is now like they've got Uber Eats or whatever, and
Right.
they're doing all the things
Uber
that Drizzly
drinks,
does.
Uber Health
Drinks.
pretty soon. Uber Doctor.
Yeah,
Uber
Oh,
Doc.
I can't wait till I get an Uber Doctor.
really?
Yep, it's gonna be great. He's
right.
gonna tell me assisted suicide's the only way.
Jerry's gonna really, yeah, he's gonna really steer you the right direction.
Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry the doctor,
Jerry
the Uber doctor.
Just picturing Jerry from Rick and Morty now.
Oh, yeah, right.
So just a quick little announcement. There's an event going on what is it, March 22nd from 4 o'clock to 9 p.m. at the Growlery in Beaverton, which is on Barrows Road, which I thought would have been Tigard, but apparently it's in Beaverton. The Make-A-Wish Foundation has an event going on for Benefit for Oregon Wish Kids, which this is a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation cases here in Oregon. So they're gonna have some kind of like we used to do with the old
Harkins.
for where I worked at Harkins House, where we do like a kill the keg kind of event where all the money for that particular beer went to raise money for this event. This is going to be very similar. I will not be there myself because we will be in Astoria that weekend. But if you can get out to the Growlery in Beaverton on Barrows Road on March 22nd, very important cause. So if you guys can make it, go out there and hit it up. They're going to have special, certain taps will be raising money for this event.
That's awesome.
I'm always a big fan for anything raising
Cool.
money through the beer culture.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
You guys did not discuss the one topic on here.
Yeah.
So we
What
talked
did we
about
miss?
sloppy seconds, but I wanted details on your sloppy
want some
seconds.
Oh, god damn, we hit some good beers that day.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to
They-
know like what you guys. I have never. I don't think you have either. Have you ever experienced the sloppy seconds
I've
of
never
dark
gone.
arts?
Never
We've
gone.
always
the
just
day
done
after.
dark arts.
Yeah, we've always just.
So
just done dark arts.
I'm curious about the sloppy seconds experience.
well,
and what'd you guys
They had all
find?
the matryoshkas on. The only matryoshka we ordered was the one with strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was too much. There was too much.
too
going
much
on.
strawberry or
Too much of everything because it was what all was in that.
It was the thickest beer
Oh my
that
God.
I
What?
think I have ever had.
No way.
It was
Yes,
motor
seriously.
oil.
Yeah.
Motor
it was
oil.
so fucking thick.
Yeah,
That's
It was-
shocking to me.
Right? Same here.
motor oil.
Considering it's Fort George, that's
What-
why I'm saying it's shocking.
what was it? There was fig,
But they're straight from the barrel was super thick, too.
almond,
strawberry.
Fig, almond, strawberry.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was good. It wasn't the
What'd
best.
you
It was
Jim?
it was good. Like
You liked
all the flavors were there, but it was fucking thick.
Yeah, it was really.
It was
But you
like-
had tasters,
it was
right?
like
Like
peanut
a
butter.
4
Yeah,
ounce or
yeah.
something. It was
Yeah.
And
peanut butter.
it wasn't that thick, but it was fucking thick, man.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, that was
That's
really
amazing.
good. And then the
Poured
other
out
one
like
that
syrup.
I
Yeah.
remember standing out is the bottom of the bag,
Bottom of the bag was good.
which I don't remember
All
what
right.
that was, but it was just like another thick sweet.
And that
bomb.
was a Fort George one as well, or is that a?
Yep.
Was it or was it collab? I don't
That was
remember.
Fort George.
Okay.
Oh, it might have been a collab, but yeah.
What about you, Sean? Anything else stand out?
I have to look at my check-ins here to tell you.
How many did you try?
I
off
had
the
a
top of your
taster
head?
tray. Jim had a taster tray.
So you had like 8 or
the
so.
three of ours were the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't we get a second taster tray each too?
Did we go down to the other place to get a
Yeah,
taster
at
tray?
a
The other place?
Lovell.
Oh, Lavelle. Yeah. Lavelle. Whatever.
Lol.
The Lol.
Let's see.
What did you guys think of doing
Fantastic
this?
barrels and where to find them. I gave a 4.25.
Oh, that was solid too.
That was
yeah,
a good one.
I think that was that the Great Notion? That was the Great Notion, I think.
No, it's Fort George.
Is it?
Yep. The Matryoshka Barrel
collab.
Select was good. Gave that a 4.25.
Yeah.
What was that? Do you remember?
Just a handful of barrels that they blended together that they thought
Oh, cool.
tasted really good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
barrel aged.
And
Okay.
I didn't realize it till after, but they had more bottles for sale the next day. There's a line. There's a line. I was like,
Oh, you got the full pastry send that I gave a 4 to.
no, that was Fort George, right?
Yeah, that's Fort
That's
George.
also Fort George. Yeah.
The buckwheat pancake stout, I gave a 4.25.
Yeah, that was another good one.
The Westward Whiskey
Buckwheat.
Cavatica Barrel Aged
Cavatica.
There was
Yeah.
blueberry, I think, in
was a
that too.
4.5.
Okay.
And then I got the
Wow.
beta. The beta
That's an
for,
IPA. Yeah.
for the three-way.
Yeah.
Upcoming three-way.
What'd you give that?
4.75.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
that was
West
good.
Coast. Hazy?
No, that was hazy, I believe.
Oh,
If I remember
okay.
correctly. But it was really good.
What do you guys think overall of the experience of like just getting the sloppy seconds
Oh,
versus
Donut Kill My Vibe. Give a 4.2. which
donut kill? So it's
It
a
was a
donut
donut.
inspired
Was, Yep.
thing? Fort George?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So what do you think of the sloppy seconds versus going to FOTA? Did you think like going there was just as good as going to
Foda's fun.
FOTA?
There's a lot.
FOTA's fun.
There's a lot more at FOTA. I mean, there's like
Yeah.
what 30 some.
Oh, 60, I
60?
think.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
what- I
like
mean-
it's enormous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna encounter. God, I'm like hiccuping here. You're gonna encounter a shit ton of really good
Yeah.
stuff at FOTA,
Yeah.
and it's not even all Fort George stuff too.
Oh no, it's like
So,
half of it.
right.
Not even half of it. Probably a
Yeah.
quarter of it's Fort
Yeah,
George.
they get
There's
all
a
kinds of
ton.
great stuff. I will say this: that the night before, when we were going out, obviously everything in Astoria was.
focused on.
Everybody was there for FOTA.
It was busy.
Yeah.
We went to this
Oh.
one. The place we went to.
You went to
dinner
Astoria the night of FOTA.
the night before.
Friday.
Oh,
We
before.
went Friday. It's like all the FOTA people were there.
Oh,
like,
but they were.
And they
so
were
things were packed.
Pre-funking. Everybody was
Sure.
shit-faced drunk,
Yeah.
asshole level.
Oh.
Was on a
Oh,
10.
really?
It was horrible.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
We went to this one place for dinner that we've been to before. This it's a tiki bar, and great food, great everything. But like we got stuck in this area with two big tables of just assholes, just drunk,
just ripping it
drunk,
out. Yeah.
loud assholes. Like God, and they were all wearing their FOTA gear, and like, oh my God, this is the shit I hate about the beer festival scene.
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah.
Because these people weren't. I don't know. To me, it doesn't feel like they're there for the love of beer. They're there to get drunk.
Yeah.
That's how it
Clearly,
felt.
yeah.
Yeah. They were. I mean, they were loud. This one lady was a walk-in PA system.
Yeah.
Just awful. Just awful. But that's what's gonna happen when you have one of the best beer festivals in town.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
so,
the thing sells out immediately.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It was good enough to where you guys sent out the text for like, you don't have a choice, Marcus. We're going next year.
It really I do want to go back next year.
Yeah.
Just kind of the memories of it, and all this. And like you said, Red Fang played. Good God!
Yeah, I was amazed. I was like, I
Holy
was just perusing
shit.
like Fort George's posts, and they showed Red Fang playing in the hotel, the Jacob. What is it called?
Yeah, the Astor, the ruins.
Yeah, the ruins.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? They got Red Fang to play
I
for.
had known
What
Red
is that?
Fang was
Like
playing-
a few hundred, like maybe 500 people at most can fit in there.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
If I'd
many.
known Red Fang
I
was
was
going
like,
to be there,
wow,
that would have
that's
been
a
game.
get.
That would have been a game changer.
That's a hell of a
on my
get.
decision to go. Seriously.
Oh yeah, you and I went to a Red Fang concert and it was amazing.
I've
They
seen
were
them
great.
a couple times. They're great.
Yeah.
One,
No, only you and I have gone, Sean.
Oh my God! No, sorry, Anthony. Sorry. No, but
Yeah,
I mean, Red
that's an
Fang
amazing
is,
get.
They're
big.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So had I known they were going to be there,
I mean, the music's always there is good,
sure.
but that was
that would have been a monster.
that was like
get.
crazy to
Yeah.
get them.
So, yep. There you go.
It's always interesting or different. It's not necessarily good.
The music?
The music, yeah. It's
Oh.
always something that like fits the theme.
That's fair. Yeah.
There was another band that
unique.
played
Yeah.
either before or after Red Fang. I don't know who they were, but they looked pretty cool. Kind of looked like a Slipknot thing where they had masks and
Oh, yeah.
shit going on. So who knows what that was?
So the I think the Matryoshka that we had
Big Spot.
was vanilla, cocoa nibs, dates, almonds, and strawberries.
Okay.
it was a lot.
Sounds
And
good.
yeah, it was. I was
Sounds like it could
surprised.
be sweet though.
Yeah, there were several of the Matryoshkas that they put figs in, and I was like, I don't know about that, but it just rounded everything
Fig-
together really well.
Fig is such a very like delicate flavor. It's not like when you think about eating a fig, it's not
It's a weird
it
flower. It's a fucking flower.
kinda, yeah, and then
Yeah.
well it is. And then
Figs
when
are
you
weird,
think about
though.
Yeah,
putting that
they
into
are.
a beer with all that stuff in it, it's like it could just get lost.
I dated a
I don't really
woman
think-
who lived.
No,
in,
we're
You
talking about
dated a
figs,
fig?
not
No, I
dates.
dated-
Yeah, not
fig.
dates. Yeah.
I dated a fig who no.
She a
I did-
figment?
I dated
Is
someone
that
who
what
had-
you're
She had a
saying?
fig tree. She lived down in Arizona, and she had a fig tree in her backyard. And she goes, you can't like touch the leaves, like burn your skin. I'm like, what? There's like figs are weird. Like you don't want
It's
to.
that hot in Arizona?
Oh, I didn't know that. I had a coworker that had a fig tree in his yard, and there was one day he brought him in fresh, and he's like,
All right.
"Eat it
You know
now, eat it today."
Next month, random facts or random things will be all about figs.
Figs.
Okay? That's
But yeah,
that's
seriously,
the
listener,
requirement.
go to the Wikipedia page for a fig. It's pretty weird that thing exists.
Fig Newton.
You're welcome, listener.
Oh, guys, we got to wrap this up if we
Fig
want to get
facts.
a video of this.
right.
Episode 103 of the Portland Beer Club podcast. Your online bottle share. We're on all the social media. Well, no, we're not on Twitter anymore. I
That's
canceled our
right.
Twitter
I saw
'cause
that.
That's
fuck
right.
Elon Musk. That's all I can say. But we are
X.
on everything else, and you can email us. It's all on our website. We'll tell you how to do it if you want to talk to us. And I encourage you to talk to us because you might get mentioned like you did today with who's our one listener, John.
John.
That's how I got on the show. I sent him an email.
Yep, and our
It had 2 words.
and our two Jasons.
Welcome to the show, John. We expect you here next month.
Yep. And one of these days we might have Chad on the TV. Who knows? But that's all we got for now.
Fig facts.
All I can say is you gotta get yourself over to Ireland, guys.
Come visit my home in Norway.
That's another episode of the Portland Beer Club podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Untapped, and check out our website at www.portlandbeerclubpodcast.com.